Welcome to the Mobsters podcast. Please be aware that the content of this podcast is primarily social commentary and represents the personal opinions of the hosts and guests. It is not intended to be a statement of fact or an official stance on any issues discussed. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage listeners to seek out professional advice for any factual matters or decisions. Listener discretion is advised.
Nice. What up, guys?
Nah, all gone.
Hi.
I can tell I'm going to have a problem turning to talk to you guys because I feel like my levels are going to be wavering
Why? What do you mean?
because of the mic, the new mic setup.
It's in your head.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys will tell me, man,
Yeah.
how my levels sound.
Mm.
Hi, how are we feeling? Icebreaker. Why do you always make me say icebreaker before you give the icebreaker?
Nah, I have sheds.
How was I appointed for icebreakers, by the way?
You appointed yourself.
Lucky,
You
yeah.
appointed yourself.
Yeah.
Why? By having one for a bunch
No,
of
by
times.
saying, guys, I have so many icebreakers. You're the one who will tell us when you don't have
Those
any.
were like 6. That was like 6 months ago.
Okay, so you don't have an
And you've
Anyway,
been
do you
doing a
guys
good job for
consider
the other
yourself-
6 months, to be
she
fair.
has one.
Yeah.
She has one.
I'm just a yappa. Would you say you're a type A or type B person?
I know I'm not a type A, but what's type B? What's the description of type B?
The hell is type A?
You don't know what these are?
Nah.
Okay, like let's say if you and Melvin decided to take a trip, what would you want to handle? Like if you and Melvin say, okay, man, let's go to like Nairobi. What would you? Are you the type of person to say, you know what? I'm gonna look up flights, look up hotels, da 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 da. Or are you the type of person to say, man,
We go.
let me know what you look for, and where to send the money? Which type of person are you?
So that's type A and type B.
Just say which one are you of the? Which one are you of the two?
I'm the latter. I prefer not to plan that trip
Yeah,
that meticulously.
same.
But you see, for me, it's tricky. I think that I have type A, like a few type A characteristics in the sense of I want to know what you are getting for me. I want to be able to advise on the things that I want, like where I'm going to live, how I'm going to fly, what we're going to do. But I would rather someone else deal with it. That makes sense. I won't tell you what I want, but I want you to be the one that puts the things in place. Yeah.
I don't know. With traveling, I don't care what we do as long as we go.
You're type
So
B.
for me, it's just, man, let's go.
You're-
I care a lot.
You're type B, and then for Melvin, there's this thing that people have been saying that
AB.
I know. Yeah, something like AB. Like I'm type B until there's no type A around, then I'll step up and be type A. But if there's a type A around, I'm not type A.
Also, I'm not the type of I'm not a reckless person. I don't live with reckless abandon, bro. I like routine.
No,
I
don't.
like
Is B reckless abandon?
no. Okay, what's the word? Maybe I'm trying to say I'm not very hedonistic. I don't know how to put it.
I'm gonna go through the types.
Okay, you'll explain.
Okay, me personally, this doesn't actually exist, but I feel like I'm like type Q.
Type Q.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stop making things up.
I want no
Stop making
responsibility.
things up for your own benefit, bro. Okay, I'm
want-
type Q, man. I'm evolved. I have a okay,
No.
For Queen.
I want queen Q for queen. No,
That's too funny,
I want absolutely no responsibility.
You're type B, bro.
Isn't that B?
It's just that B is not cute. I think in your head. B is not cute in your head to make something
Okay.
up.
Type A, personality, competitive and achievement oriented. Time urgent and often impatient, highly organized but prone to stress, can be aggressive or hostile under pressure, more likely to multitask and overwork. I can't lie, a lot of these describe me.
Yeah, I think you're very
Not just
type A.
describing you. I think it's describing the ladies.
Ladies, women
I've
in general.
Yeah.
Died.
They
That's
kind of like to
something like that.
micromanage each and everything. They want to get to every detail of something.
Well, because it's saying
Interesting. First read the first two again.
competitive and achievement oriented, time urgent and often impatient,
Okay.
highly organized but prone to stress, can be aggressive or hostile under pressure, and more likely to multitask and overwork.
What's so funny is with each of those descriptions, I feel like I'm one and not really the other.
And not really
One
the
and not
other.
really the other. So I think I'm like A minus.
I can see what you're saying because, for example, multitask, that's me. Overwork, that's not me. I always find like the quickest way to
Do the task and finish.
So, associated risks, higher likelihood of stress-related health issues, such as hypertension and heart disease. Type B personality, more relaxed and less stressed, non-competitive and laid back, patient and easygoing, takes life as it comes, generally better at managing stress.
I think I'm AB.
That
bro.
is
because
so
like,
me.
I have so many of those as well.
That is so me, but I'm a bit competitive. Just
Anyway,
a bit.
I think that we would have to do like a personality test where like we answer like 50
like
objectives.
Myers-Briggs, them ones there.
You know, I feel like it's when you break it down into percentages, you'll find that
Yes.
there are a certain percentage of something which is
Yeah.
from A.
Yeah.
and also a
I don't
bigger
think it's
percentage
possible to
from
be
To be just the one thing.
One thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you see, when I read type B, nothing in type B describes me. Listen, more relaxed and less stressed, non-competitive and laid back, patient and easygoing.
Laying back.
Patient and easygoing.
Are you not patient?
This guy baby is not patient
I'm
at
not
all.
You're
patient.
not patient.
No.
I'm a bit impatient as well, but I
Takes life as it comes. Me.
you'll be fighting.
And then generally better at managing stress. Me. Today I was texting Melvin and he said he's going to meditate in order to prepare to deal with me.
We are just today. I told her, yo, I want to go on a walk. She said, no, why? Well, how? You know, first I had read, man. We need to talk. Imagine that, bro. I was like, what's wrong with this? Like, what is going on with this chick, bro?
And then I'm like,
Anyway.
what's wrong? What did I do? He's like, bro, as in. Now
We
me,
agree.
I'm still on, we need to talk. He's like, I can tell what you're going to be like today. Let me meditate to prepare for
Yeah,
you.
but that guy, we need to talk things stresses me out.
Right?
Yeah.
To talk.
Like, just tell me what you're telling me, man.
True. Some bit of
Associate,
details. If someone just
associ-
comes out of the blue and is like,
we need to talk, right?
Yeah, it's always negative.
Associated traits of type B.
We
Better-
need to talk and it's happy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
bro.
Better work-life balance, but sometimes less driven by deadlines or ambition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Type C.
Oh, there's a C.
There's a C and there's a D.
Okay.
Wow.
Detail-oriented, passive, and people-pleasing. Suppresses emotions, especially anger. Struggles with assertiveness. And often linked to stress-related illnesses, including cancer. Though this link is debated. No.
Aye.
No. I think I know why they're saying that, because you know there's this thing that says that suppressing of emotions has a high correlation with chronic long-time illnesses. The more you stress emotion throughout your life, suppress emotion.
How do they know how long I've been suppressing these emotions?
No, like if this is you as an individual, you'd never feel your emotions, you suppress it. Apparently, they're still studying
I feel like
it
that one's a rich. Emotions are a very hard thing to quantify. Like you don't know how long.
and
I've been
measure.
you don't know how long I've been suppressing. Even if you ask me, like, what are you going to ask me to know that I've been suppressing emotions for a long time?
No, but you can know someone. You can know. I don't think, for instance, you don't suppress emotions. You love to talk things through.
Do I suppress emotions?
I think you do, but you don't do it in this upfront. I'm suppressing. You do it in this. What's the point of like addressing it? Like, what's the point? Let me just chill. That's
Yeah,
your
it might
style.
be like a BC. I won't lie.
That's true.
Then finally, D. Prone to negative emotions like worry, irritability, and gloom. Tends to avoid social interactions. Feels insecure and pessimistic. Yeah, that's D.
There's no D in me. Pause.
Yeah.
There's no D in me.
Oh,
There's a-
God damn.
I was gonna say, I feel like I'm a soft D.
Easy. Yo, easy D, bro.
I'm a soft D.
For sure, man.
Pause.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Before I say welcome to our Mobsters podcast, man.
Yeah.
No, but welcome to our Mobsters podcast. I'm Melvin.
Sydney.
Casper,
Collins.
This is
Hey, yo.
episode...
Collins.
What is it? Collins. Fair.
let me tell you, first of all, Wendy, is it the sheds that have activated? I don't know. Like,
This guy is a dog nowadays, man.
listen, and guys are noticing. By the way, guys are noticing. Very many comments were about Wendy. Very many submissions were about Wendy.
Okay, like a submission where they told us to swap places, man.
Yeah, I know.
I did overjudge.
Who with the guys at the back? Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is episode 144.
144.
That number means so much to me, man. I don't know if you guys like. I don't know if it was just my brain as a child, but like 12 times 12.
Because of 12 times 12,
just
yeah.
made me feel
It was
good, bro.
it was the end of the multiplication
yeah, man, that
table.
144 used to mean a lot to me, bro.
When guys start table 13, you're like, now that's like, relax, you're overcame.
Why actually?
Relax. So how you guys feeling, man? How's everyone feeling?
Exhausted, bro, but not negative exhausted.
Yeah.
I just didn't rest.
This was the third 4-day work week in a row. I didn't
Was
know
it?
that happened. Yeah.
Oh, Labor Day.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened. And next year, Labor Day is going to be on a Friday. So we're going to come from Easter into Labor Day. A 4-day weekend into a 3-day weekend.
By the way, Casper, I saw some
Damn.
post and they were saying over in Rwanda they extended Labor
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Rwanda, they did Thursday and Friday.
In Rwanda, even when a public holiday falls on a weekend, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, they push it to the Monday.
Damn.
I think Kenya as
That's
well.
hard, bro.
Kenya as well.
Interesting. There must be like a cultural reason why they do that.
Such as?
I don't know. But you know, like things like policies like those don't just happen. Like there has to be somewhere.
Having the
That
youth
comes
in
from-
government,
But
what
did
is
you guys not have what's the thing that like French colonies used to have where they would go to sleep in the afternoon?
Pre-primary.
No. It was a legitimate thing where everyone would go for lunch at like 1, take a nap, and then you go back to work at like 3 p.m. Ask chat. It was a real thing.
I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
Go back to work at 3.
Yeah. Guys go back to work like 3 to 5 and go back home.
Last
But
time
remember-
guys tried that was December, bro.
Remember, people lived in very organized communities, so your home is not far from your work. Your home is not far from the kids' school. The community, like within like a
like a
radius
borough.
of that block,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
everything. The
Yeah,
school, the
yeah,
hospital,
yeah.
the
Well, that makes sense. That
You know
makes
this
sense.
we thing, we work, we something.
we
Apparently
like
it's
for China.
no, it's in the States where a group of people work in the same area. You live in the same apartment. You go to the same schools and all that. It's some way, we everything. We shop, we work, we sleep, we something like that. Yes.
like,
Crazy. I mean,
what are you saying? We, like, as in, like, how Scottish people talk? What?
No, it's something. It's more like a company which someone started up,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything is we. You do everything in a group. You live together.
Sounds
You
a
work
bit-
together.
Socialist, man.
Yeah, you find multiple companies in the same building, and it's like we work.
Have you found the thing,
Interesting.
Casper?
Would I do that?
It's telling me that...
I would.
It's telling me that... Okay.
Exactly.
France did export elements of its administrative, education, and legal systems to its colonies, but afternoon napping or rest wasn't a formal part of French colonial policy or culture. The French typically value long midday meals and breaks, especially in the south of France. But siesta-style naps, that's a Spanish...
Siesta.
That's what you wanted
Spanish.
to say.
No, but that's the term.
That's the
What they would call
term.
it, yeah.
Now, if
Yeah,
you had said
siestas are
siesta,
like naps.
yes, would
Yeah.
have known. You mean because that's a Spanish type thing.
Okay.
Where they're saying that French culture itself does not traditionally include a widespread siesta like in Spain or parts of Latin America, which obviously were colonized by Spain. Yeah. So that's a Spanish thing, the siesta thing.
Okay. I thought Rwanda used to do that. I don't know why. Maybe I'm confusing it with like
That what?
Burundi or Angola. I don't know. Anyways.
Angola was colonized by what? Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Angola was
anyways,
Portugal.
where did they even come from with that?
4-day work week.
4-day work weeks.
Yeah, man. So that's something to think about next year, man. If you want to pick your leave days, you want to pick them around there. You get your 2 weeks, but you're really getting like 3, something like that.
My Labor Day is in September, bro.
Or your Labor Day is in September.
Oh, that wait,
Yeah.
really?
Don't you?
And
Melvin,
Labor
we
Days are
had
different.
this conversation last week. When I was telling you don't wear white after Labor Day, that's an American saying. And I was like, it makes sense because their Labor Day is in September and white is not an autumn color.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I didn't catch that.
Isn't it called like Workers' Day, actually?
I think it's called Workers' Day or something.
It's
No, but they
Workers'
say
Day.
no, but they always
Labor
say
Day.
it's Labor Day. You never wear white after Labor Day. So there's something we were trying to plan around Labor Day, and then we're like, will Sydney have work? And like, oh, Sydney. Then we looked it up. It says September. So it's like that's why they say you never wear white after Labor Day. It's not an autumn color. It's a summer color. It makes so much sense to me.
Is there something which transpired on a certain time in history?
For
to get
Labor Day?
To like Labor Day.
Yeah.
It has something to do with like labor rights.
It was. I actually read about this. Why am I forgetting? You know what? You check. But I know it has something to do with them wanting to appreciate laborers. So I don't know if it was like a union or something. But it was also done differently everywhere. That's why it's not like one major Labor Day. So the one we follow is the UK one, which is a lot of like UK colonies as well. But other guys have different things. So it didn't start from like one place.
It was created to honor the struggles and achievements of workers and the labor movement, especially the fight for fair working conditions, including the 8-hour workday.
Yeah.
Was it born out of like the Industrial Revolution?
Origin, it traces back to the Haymarket Affair in Chicago, USA in 1886. At that time, workers were demanding an 8-hour workday instead of the standard 10 to 16 hours.
Guys were working. Guys were working.
On May 1st, 1886, thousands went on strike. Days later, during a peaceful protest in Haymarket Square, someone threw a bomb, killing police officers and civilians. The event became a symbol of the workers' struggle worldwide.
Mad. So happy Labor Day, I guess.
Yeah.
Happy Labor
And
Day
thank
to
you,
you.
man,
Happy
for
Labor
8
Day.
hours.
Yeah.
Because 16
In fact,
hours.
let's do it again this time so that we can get like 4-hour work days.
On
bro.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days a week. Let's strike again, man. So, how have you guys' weeks been, man?
Yeah, my week has been basically work. We had a work conference over the weekend last week. So last weekend was not necessarily a weekend because I had to be online, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, man, the conference happened. So this week, which was supposed to be slow after the conference, is busy because now you're back after the conference. And it's fast, like the first week of the month. So like reports, blah, blah, blah. But it's been busy, but not exhausting, if that makes sense. I think I've like tried to handle the busyness.
Did any of the remote guys go for the conference?
Like 3? Yeah, but they're all based in the US, so the rest of us outside of the US, nah.
Nice. Sorry for the noise, man. There's a bit of construction happening here today.
You know, we're so wise. Did you know that they were going to construct? Is that why you said we don't see that side?
No, I had no clue, bro. I'm surprised. I'm a bit upset that they're doing that today.
The background where we were seated last time, there's construction day, so sorry, man.
Casper, how's your week?
How was my week? I promised myself that I won't complain on YouTube. So we'll revisit this on Patreon. Guys said I'm negative and a complainer, so.
Wait, how did they say this?
That time when I'd come and I say, man, why are kids happy these days? Stuff like that.
Guys,
so know your audience. Let me say
you only give the audience happy thoughts.
Yeah, let me save it for the patrons.
The patrons are going to be like, okay, relax.
The patrons take me for who I am.
Fair enough.
Bruh.
On that note.
No, go ahead.
On that note. Hi, guys. If you're new here, welcome to the Mobsters podcast.
Welcome.
If you're not new here, welcome back. Make sure to follow us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is an audio-visual platform, podcast. So we're available on all audio platforms. We're available on YouTube. We also have social media. So follow the Mobsters podcast on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, then Patreon. Patreon is a private platform. It's a platform in which we're building a community to run you only $5 a month, 1, 2, 3, 4, $5. It gets you access to 2 episodes a week, so that's 8 episodes a month. It's getting you access to a backlog of 200 plus episodes. Special events, there shall be Patreon-only events. It will get you early access to March, and so much more. I think we're more intimate with the patrons. Even the conversations that we have. And man, So feel free to join. And most importantly, guys are not sure. Somebody even asked that, guys, what's the schedule? What's the posting schedule?
Yeah,
we
we're
also
figuring it
don't
out.
know.
We're figuring it out.
But if you hit that car bell on YouTube, you'll know every time we post. I love the guys who we post at 5:01, 5:02 guys are commenting. I'm like, yeah, I like it. So yeah, guys, hit that bell so that you know every single time we post and enjoy.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about this week's posting schedule? We did Monday and Thursday.
Not
We
mad
didn't-
at it at all.
We did Monday for the patrons.
No, Monday for the main pod.
Monday main
for
pod
the-
on
shit,
Patreon.
yes. Monday for the patrons, Wednesday for the
YouTube,
YouTube,
then
and
Thursday for
Thursday.
Patreon pod. How did you guys find it?
I would have loved to give the main pod guys Monday. I'd have
I
loved
see
to
what
give
you're
it
saying.
Monday, yeah.
I
I'd
see
have
what
loved to
you're
give it
saying.
Monday, but so should we stick to Monday, Wednesday, Thursday for now?
I'm not mad at.
This is private pod business.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
For the main pod, I think we should use the community tab and we put like something like a poll
Like a
for
poll.
the guys to vote.
when they want the pod.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So this week we'll post the same and then
yeah, let's put
we'll
that
poll
tab.
it.
Let's put that community tab up now.
Yeah.
we'll poll it.
Today.
We'll poll it.
Okay.
Today.
Yeah. A lot to
Brother.
discuss today, man.
I won't lie, before we go far, I don't know what to do with the extra hand, man. I don't know.
Hold
Like,
hands with Melvin. you guys interlocking fingers. I didn't ask for that. How long have you been waiting to hold hands? Yes, you guys have been waiting for that chance.
Honey, have I ever held your hands?
Pause.
I've been a special moment. Special moment on camera, bro.
Did you guys watch this Karel? And these guys were like, when you find yourself, like, when you be aware that you're blinking or you're supposed to blink, and then you
Yeah.
start feeling like, I have to blink now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you start hearing yourself
what is it
breathe.
called?
You're like, bro, I'm not supposed to be knowing. This has to come
That
automatic.
just happened to me as a kid, though, man. Those were moments of consciousness, bro. Where like you
Yeah,
catch
man.
yourself.
Let me tell you, sometimes you have to be grateful for how you turned out because, you know, like reflex integration. Because for some people, those things don't leave, bro.
That's true.
Like, you know that grasp reflex as babies have where you tap the palm and they grab? For some people, that just dips at like 8. Yeah.
So when you tap, they don't what?
No, like they still grasp.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so,
nuts.
yeah.
That is nuts.
So some of those reflexes just don't dip. You have to be grateful for that as well. So,
I respect that. A lot to discuss today, man.
A lot to discuss today.
Open the note. Let's see where.
I have them on my fingertips.
okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so what
You're
is it?
supposed to be
What's this so we
reading.
can decide what's coming first and what will be.
Of course, I don't think sinners should come first.
It shouldn't. Eh?
You think it should come first?
Why not?
Why
Let's go.
not?
Let it go first.
Let's
Let it
go.
go
Let's go
first.
with it. Let's go with
Uh-huh.
it. Yeah.
Sinners. Probably I guess the biggest movie out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, and
Haley.
I'll say this. Who?
Haley.
The white chick.
Haley Steinfeld.
Bro, I really like when guys do movies where I don't know anyone in the cast. Besides, I guess, like the main guys. I didn't know anyone but the main
You
guy.
didn't?
Really?
That
Oh, I knew
cast
that.
is stacked.
I knew
bro.
the old guy.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Michael B.
Uh-huh.
I knew Michael B's chick, not the white chick.
Yeah, the.
I guess I
oh.
also
Wha-
knew the white chick.
something.
Yes, I guess I also knew the white chick. But I liked all the other
Owumi.
characters.
Owumi.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I liked the other fringe characters, like
Yeah.
the young guy. Like
Man.
Anyway,
Miles Canton.
get
That
into
guy
it.
needs
We'll
to
get
be
into it.
nominated for something. That kid,
but
the singing
it is
kid.
a thriller / horror / action movie, I guess.
Yeah, I can't place
It's
it.
categorized as, I think, thriller horror. I'm going to be honest. It was not horrific for me.
It wasn't at all.
It wasn't scary.
Is real life scary to you? Or like, because how is that movie not scary?
That
That
movie
movie
was
was
not
not
It
scary.
didn't even have one jump scare for you.
Nah.
What was for me, it felt more like a thriller. What was jump scary for me was like, it was startling. Like, you'd be startled. But scared. It wasn't scary.
There was one jump scare that got me, but it didn't get me like I'm scared. It was like, oh damn, I didn't see that coming.
You guys, there was no point where you guys were like covering your faces.
Not at all.
Crazy.
You covered your face.
It's easy, man.
Toto Ma-
You just do.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, damn, I can't be mad. Yeah, okay. Mad. Anyway, it's a new movie. We all watched it. Let's get some reviews, man. How do you guys feel about Sinners?
Now, I won't lie. Should I start?
Yeah.
Let me start.
Please.
For me.
Were you alone?
Yeah, I went alone. So, one.
The first time or?
I've only watched it once, but I'm going back. Because I missed like the first 5 minutes.
You know, I think he goes alone the first time, so that when he's going with chicks, can waste his time doing those ones. He's like, no, baby, I got you. Don't worry.
You guys are spreading misinformation.
But
Fake news.
When you watch a movie, because you'll be watching movies multiple times. So when you watch it multiple times, do you tell the other people that you've gone with that you've watched it before?
I almost never go with people. That's the thing. Banter aside.
The last movie I watched with you. What was it again?
Deadpool.
Deadpool, yes.
Yeah. I wasn't jazzing. That was my second time.
Yeah. Did you tell her that it was your second time?
Yeah. I won't lie. Yeah. I rarely go for movies with people. And if I do, it's like a group thing, not like a date. Okay. Yeah. So the group thing is just like, guys are going, we go. But back to Sinners. Guys, I've not enjoyed a movie that much in a while. For 3 main things. One, first of all, some friends had gone on Sunday. So for me, they told me this movie is scary, bro. Like, brother, you're going to like roll. Like, it's bad. So I watch the movie. I'm like,
as in,
guys, this was just an action movie. Yeah. But, one, I'm a blues guy. That movie had music, bro.
The music was dope.
It had music. And I appreciate that it was Ludwig Göransson, who has worked heavily with both Michael B. and Ryan Coogler. Like, he did Black Panther, he did...
Also, the guy at the end of the movie is a real-life blues artist.
Eric Gels, yeah. Hard blues artist.
Apparently.
So when I saw him, I was like, yeah, this movie is for me.
That was cool how they integrated, like, his scar. And
Yeah. The music was fire. The cast was fire. And I think the only knock I have on that movie is not really a knock, but I will say the movie was awesome. The effects were awesome. The script was not as complete as I would have wanted it to be.
That's why I say there's a moment where it felt incomplete. I don't know, like we're moving, then all of a sudden there's
like it was
something
it was
skips.
quick.
Yeah.
It felt like in the middle of the movie or like at the end or at the beginning. Where was it light?
Closer to the end.
Closer to the end.
Closer to the end, like the sudden. Like, of course, it's a human reaction, but like that chick who just shouted. Of course, I don't want to spoil because the movie is still new, but the chick who shouted and then late.
Brother,
spoiler alert.
Bro, as
If
in,
you're still listening to this at this point, bro.
Yeah.
What's her name? Lucy, the Asian babe.
Yes.
yeah.
I feel like it was a quick fix.
Don't
You
get
get-
me started.
But no, for instance, what was that? Like, let me tell you,
started on that lady.
I
was
genuinely
pissed,
thought that the burn scene would go longer, right? So when she's like, come in, I'm like, Azi,
What's wrong with you?
before we know it, the sun has risen. I'm like, the movie's over.
I feel like for me that's where the script was it dipped a bit because it's like a quick fix.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's that one scene, the jukebox scene.
That
where
when
they
it
do, like, the music
transcends,
thing.
when the music transcends
That's
time
my
and
scene of like the decade, bro.
Yeah.
I've not seen that kind of scene in any other movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that thing too much. For me, that movie is like an 8.5.
My friends and I, during that scene, were like, this is done where they nominate an Oscar. You know, Oscars like those
They like
different,
that
a bit unique type of. So I was like,
it's
yeah.
so amusing because the showing I went for, there was a friend of mine who went with her friends and they're white. And you know that movie also had like a lot of racial. They weren't even undertones. Tones, I guess.
overtones, on top tones.
100%.
The ratios were there.
Yeah.
And she said they also liked it as well.
You expect?
They,
Like,
Them
first
to
of
say
all,
that they didn't like it.
no.
First and foremost,
Yeah.
especially the woke
White.
white, they love.
Them ones there.
They love
The funniest tweet was
these movies.
some chick who tweeted that, man, we're in the cinema. And when they showed that guy at the end, some guy dipped. She was like, man, they're still among us.
Which guy? Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I really love that movie. I want to experience it again, but mainly for the music. Like, I've been listening to the album, and I love blues.
Okay.
And it's heavily blues.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it too much. So I have to go back. 8.5.
Have you watched it yet, Mendek? What did you think, bro?
Yeah, I said it all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having the same feeling.
Nice. Casper, thoughts?
Number one, of course, it wasn't as scary as people made it seem. It was not scary. Secondly, for me, it was a movie about race and music. My friend asked me, "Is this categorized as a musical?" I was like, "Stop."
There was a lot of music to be.
No, but then I think with musicals, the music is incorporated in the narration and the storytelling, right? So I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think this
Was
is a
it
musical.
not?
Even this, it was, but not.
It was, but
in the same way
symbolically.
musicals do, yeah.
It wasn't outright, like I'm
Yeah.
telling you what to do while singing. No, it wasn't.
Ah, okay.
What did I think? I think, you see, because of lots of TikTok chatter prior, everyone was like 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. I've watched it 3 times so far. Relax. Okay? Relax. It was, for me, it was a little bit sad, actually.
It was quite sad.
I got quite misty.
It was quite sad. I don't plan on watching it again.
I do not
I'm a
have,
simple man.
I have no
Give me
desire
sadness. I'm not gonna
to watch it again.
It was sad.
Yes,
Sad,
I got a little bit misty like 3 times.
Yeah.
At what point?
When Michael B dies, no, when his chick dies,
Okay.
when he has to kill his chick,
Okay.
when he's dying and then he sees the chick with their baby,
Okay. I
right?
can see how that's sad.
Yes, and then also when this guy goes back to the church. And then they're like, let go of the guitar. And he's like, no. Like, mind you, this guy portrayed fear and trauma. He killed it. Like,
And he's 20.
the look
He's
on his
20.
Listen, he has to be nominated for something. The look on his face.
And that's his first role as well.
The look on
Oh,
his
this
face.
first ever role?
Yeah.
I like those things.
Okay, like
I
major.
like when it's an actor I don't know.
Now that's acting. You get the look on his face.
Killed that.
I could feel how scared he was.
Was it? Okay, I can see how you say it's sad.
Yeah.
I can see it.
For me, it was a sad movie. I got a little bit misty, and also those like racial tension things make me feel sad. They make me emotional. So I would rate it like, it's not my usual go-to movie. I like joy. I don't enjoy pain and suffering. So based on that, I'd give it like it was a very good movie though. So I give it like a 7.8.
You guys are strict with the
That's
ratings.
so
eh?
off, bro. Like
You guys are strict.
8.8.
Can't we just give it an 8, bro?
Man.
No, it's not an 8.
It's not an 8. What's an 8?
It's not an 8 for me because you didn't know why it loses those 2 points. That jump.
0.2.
I can tell you that if you tell me, because of course you know I like spoilers. Or that what makes it lose that point too. I like spoilers. So obviously by the time I went into the movie, I'd thoroughly researched every single thing that happens in that movie. Right? Knowing that the whole movie takes place, like, okay, not the whole movie, majority of the movie takes place on that night. I expected that night to be played out in detail, longer. So the fact that this chick
Watch
says,
Demon Slayer.
come in, they come
come
in,
in and-
the sun rises, the thing is done. I'm like,
Yeah, it was a bit. That cut deep was there.
Yeah, but I
won't
think
lie.
that it.
I feel like had this been a book, like had it been a book turned into a movie, or had it been a book, that night could have been 27 chapters. Like you would have gone through it bit by bit. So even going in knowing the spoiler that this chick lets them in, the
Oh,
Asian
like
chick,
you had made research.
obviously, that the Asian chick lets them in, I thought it would take some time, some fear, some persuasion. She let them in half a second.
Look, here's my thing. That is actually a normal human reaction.
Yes, it is.
It's just not what I was there for.
Me too.
I was here trying to look at the runtime of the movie.
Yeah. How long was it?
It was 2 hours and 17 minutes. I was thinking maybe
217.
yeah.
It didn't feel like 217, did it?
It felt like what?
Like an hour 30, bro.
Yeah,
Even
that
if
movie
it's a
felt
good
like
movie,
2:30
and I feel
to
like
That's
maybe
what I'm saying.
they
It felt
didn't
long
want
to
to
you.
push
It
it
felt
to
very
2
short.
hours.
For
and
me,
a
it
half.
felt short.
That's why they wrapped it up.
Yeah, that's long to be fair. That's a very long
Yeah,
movie.
that's long
217 is
enough.
long.
That's like a nice duration. And for me, it didn't feel long. So I think that was. Anyways.
But I think for me, the dopest scene, that was my peak of the movie. My peak, the dopest part of it was obviously the musical. But because I went into the movie knowing that happens, and the way it was described was that of how his voice was so powerful, it could open whether gates to hell, someone, whatever. So seeing it, having that in your mind, it was like crazy.
Yeah, okay.
It was wild. It was, yeah.
Bro, you know, for me, this is why I maintain we should ban spoilers, bro. Because for me, I can guarantee I went to that movie with little to no spoilers. I knew it is a vampire flick. I knew it's Michael B. Jordan. I knew he had a twin who was also played by him.
Yes.
That was the extent of what I knew about this movie, bro. I was, of course, seeing think pieces. I wasn't reading, man.
I won't lie to you.
I was seeing TikToks. I was scrolling past.
I found out about the vampire thing that day when I was going.
I feel like because of that, my experience of the movie was very different. Like, I was very pleasantly surprised. I went there skeptical because of all that jazz. When I see 10 out of 10, once you guys start saying that 10 out of 10 jazz, I'm expecting to be disappointed, bro. So I went there very, very skeptical.
Saying that vampire thing out loud, it's a big spoiler. I feel like that's
everyone who has heard of this movie knows
I think
about
at this point,
vampires.
guys know.
I feel like
At
that's
this point,
one thing
guys know.
someone has to enter into the cinema
Not
No.
and find out.
There was no way to
No.
avoid
Let me
it.
tell you,
Seeing
in
them
this
in the house.
day and age, you have like 3 days to watch the movie.
3? One.
Opening weekend, that's
Yeah.
it.
You
We
have
have
to watch it
one
quick.
day.
Yeah.
But me, I can avoid a movie by for a very long time. What did I just watch? I forgot what I just watched. But I can avoid a movie for as long as possible, bro. And I'll enter it not knowing what's going to happen. So anyways, went for this movie with my friends. The friends who I watch movies with, them, they love going to the cinema, bro. I only go with them once in a while. The ones we went to watch. So it was enjoyable. Personally, me, I was getting jump scares, bro. I don't hold you. Like, some of that shit was jump scares.
There's one that got me, I won't lie.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of horrors, and I'm not a big fan of thrillers. So the way you guys are complaining about it not being drawn out enough, the cabin scene, I'm not as mad
The
at
barn
that.
scene.
Because the barn scene. I don't like when thrillers overscare me, bro. Like, so I was happy that they wrapped it
You
up.
want a hint of thrills.
Yeah,
A
it's
hint.
just thrill is easy, and then keep it
That's
pushing.
Did you guys
interesting
watch it in
because
3D?
Especially also,
No, 2D.
did you watch what?
I thought
It's
you guys
in
watched it
3D.
in 3D.
2D.
it's a 2D movie.
Me, I
Because
don't
3D
like- I don't
would
even
be
like 3D
fire. It would
movies.
scare you.
I also don't like 3D movies.
But I also felt like I had gone there for some action. So when the action began, I was glad. Now, my beef is not necessarily with the movie. It's with some of the characters, bro. That Asian lady, she pissed me off. Eh? She pissed me off.
That chick had like 1 more hour and we are good, bro.
Like, there was no reason for her to do that, bro. And for her to then kill herself first, bro. Like, you're not even brave enough to, like, fight in the jazz that you caused, bro. Now for you've killed yourself first and left zibs for everyone else. Another thing that pissed me off, the fact that they let everyone out of the barn. I was like, guys, what are you doing?
Oh, at the
You've just
beginning,
seen,
yeah?
You've just seen someone get nyammed. The things that nyammed them or that caused them to be nyammed are outside.
Did they know?
I think they knew.
At that point?
Now they're saying everyone get out. Anyway, maybe they didn't know.
At that point, they didn't know.
Yeah, maybe they didn't know.
Yeah, at that
But
point they didn't know.
it still irritated me. Because what do you know? 10 minutes later, everyone is a vampire outside, bro, dancing.
Forgotten another very annoying person.
Uh-huh.
I've forgotten which twin was who, Smoke and Stacks.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. But the white babe, Hailey Steinfeld's character.
Yeah.
Let me go get them back.
What
For
was
what?
that for?
For
What was the point?
what?
What was the point? What was the reason?
When these 3 white guys came to enter the club, the barn, whatever, and then one of the twins bounces them. She comes and she convinces him. She convinces the guy she was seeing, one of the twins that she had been seeing. She's like,
Stacks.
yeah, she's like, let them go, but you need money. And I have a feeling they have money. Let me go. As in,
But for me, let me tell you my
I
problem.
don't have beef with that necessarily.
Tell you my problem with that white chick. She sat with the vampires. Did they sing for her?
They
Did
did.
Chira sang for her? Then she clocked. Damn, these are vampires. She pulls out her gun. I was like, proper,
Cover.
go steady. Why would you turn your back?
why would you turn your back to vampire?
Why wouldn't you walk back like
No,
this?
She turned her back.
She turned her
Yeah,
back.
she turned her
Because
back. I'm aware.
that's when we saw that the vampire could chill a fly.
That's the scare that got me because it was like, hey, yo, I wasn't
She
expecting
pissed
it.
me
Yeah.
off. And then how come she died by a bite on the back? It was just one car bite like this.
Not even that. She came back, 0 blood on her clothes.
Yeah.
0, like
Just the bite was on her
a bite was like a nibble, like
Like
you
a
guys-
love bite.
You
Yeah.
guys know how vampires work.
I
As long as they
know,
bite.
but I just seen a vampire biting the back. I bite your clavicle.
That's a
Relax.
but the optics of the movie.
That's
That's a
I
sweet
guess it was
baby.
the point. They wanted it to be able
You
to
can't
do
have
it.
a
Yeah.
sweet baby with a good thing.
No,
here,
not
man.
even that. I think because they wanted to sell that she comes back into the barn and is able to get the
And
twin.
they invited her in quick.
Quick. When she said, so you're not going to let me in?
The guy said, okay, come.
So that chick was she white or was she white?
She was
passing?
mixed. She was mixed.
First
Like
of
a
all,
white
did you
passing
guys
black
dip what she said?
Said her.
She said my mom's dad was half black.
Yeah.
Her grandfather was, as in the
That's
black
what Jazz was talking
person.
about last time.
Yeah.
The black person was 3 generations above her.
Yeah. And there were white people.
There were white people
throughout.
all throughout.
Why did those guys say the reason that's why she was part of them? Because she grew up with them, I think.
Yeah, she grew up with them.
Her mom raised them.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I will tell you this. That chick did a good job with the accent, bro.
What did you guys think of the accents, actually? That's the only thing guys complained about.
I think she did well with the accent because she sounded. What? What are you saying? White
Guys
passing?
complain. Yes.
She sounded what she said. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Of the black person was 3 generations and I was raised with the black people, but I'm not. You get? She sounded like that. There is a bunch of those guys have roots there, which is crazy because roots is also like so I'm not mad at the accents because there wasn't like an outright African for him to do the Wakanda accent, bro.
Yeah, but
So me, I'm not mad at it.
First of all, it's set in the 1930s. Why would there be an African accent in the 1930s?
That's what I was saying. Like those guys did that car.
The 1930s
You know.
is no, because they were trying to say this is post-racism, but this is still heavily in the segregation times. I'm not racism, post-slavery, but this is still heavy in the segregation times because this is 1930s.
Yeah.
So I think the African elements to it were maybe when they were showing how black music has transcended time and distance.
The
And
part that threw me off in that scene, where after showing all the music, there's a bunch of babes twerking in the corner. I was like, I get it, but I was like, damn, I didn't
I liked
expect
it.
it, bro. No, like, I liked it. I was just like, okay,
you're on the second seat.
interesting.
What do you guys think of the older brother's love interest?
oh,
The
Unmi.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did I think of her?
What do you think of her? Because she was not your like stereotypical choice for a love interest in.
I see what you're saying.
I liked her. Man,
I liked her.
I've seen her in other things and I like her a lot.
First of all, I thought her character was superb.
Yeah, she was dope.
I enjoyed her performance more than I did Hailey's. Hailey's character, to me, was quite dull. I didn't
I
enjoy her.
actually liked her character.
But
I was hoping she would die
me too.
first. She died. She killed.
She
her.
didn't die.
She's the one who caused all of it.
Yes,
Did you stay for the post-credit scene?
Yeah.
she
Okay.
didn't die.
She didn't die.
The only person, no, not the only person. That chick, her real name I think is Wumi, something like that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed their love story. I enjoyed how it ended. Like she's like, because remember she said, if you turn, your soul can't go back.
Yeah.
I enjoyed everything about her performance. I like that they chose her. Everything worked for me.
Guys, I won't lie. I can't think of a character I didn't like. Because even
I
like
told you that white babe, the Asian babe.
the Asian baby, yes.
Asian babe is sweet.
Even the evil white guy, because I know
Which white guy? The vampire or the
vampire.
the triple those ones?
The vampire, because I know him as like an actor, Jack O'Connell. He's a UK guy. His accent,
He killed that.
he
The
killed.
UK guy can
role,
pull an axe.
I
UK
just
guys.
I just watched Havoc. Why does Tom Hardy sound like
Yeah.
full blown
Let me
American?
tell you, Tom Hardy is the one
Tom
guy
Hardy is
you won't
tough,
believe he's
bro.
British.
He is tough.
No. White guys though British guys though in general.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched All American?
Yeah, I've watched like 2 episodes, so I can't say I've watched it, but I've watched
The
it.
main guy in All American is British. That guy sounds like he was born and raised in LA. As in,
Those guys can act.
British
Let me
guys.
tell you. Do you remember that thing where Tom Hardy is acting as those 2 brothers? What is it called? I've forgotten. But like some 2 gangster brothers, and one of them has like a loose wire. The other is like the one holding him down. The dynamic was
Yeah, I
like,
vaguely remember this movie.
yeah,
Why do I vaguely remember it? Anyway,
but like it's a gang thing. Brother, that guy acted as 2 guys as well.
I've never seen him in a bad movie. I
I won't lie. The first Venom was his. Either the first or the second.
but it's a memorable role though. Because my sis, I watched Havoc with my little sister, and she said she can't like whenever she leaves, I think she's waiting for Venom to like pop out of his neck.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Sinners. That white guy, I think, was also one of my favorite characters. Because knowing that he's in real life is like an introvert, and seeing what he did, just like to act, you have to low-key be a bit mad. Because how do you just switch it on and off, bro?
How did you guys as Christians feel about like the prayer scene?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
There was a prayer scene?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah, when the guy tried to start praying, and they all started praying with him.
I'm going to be honest with you. There have been so many think pieces,
About the prayer?
No, about like Christians saying, well, as a Christian, I've just come from watching
them. I
them.
warned my sister not to watch it.
You guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. Chill, bro.
Yeah.
As in,
my new very thing is, let the guy catch a vibe. Let the guy catch a vibe. Like, catch a vibe, bro.
If you don't want others to catch a vibe,
then
don't go. Don't go where the vibes are getting caught.
I don't know.
Like, I was just like, when I saw the think pieces, because I saw a couple of think pieces from Christians before I went to see the movie. Listen, and for me, when I think horror, I don't think vampires. When I think horror, I think
The Nun.
The Nun, The Conjuring, that shit, demons, right? That's horrors to me. I came to watch this movie. I was like, guys can overcane.
I don't know.
This
I
was
have a
really
different
not
opinion.
worthy of a think piece.
I have a different
all.
opinion. There have been there has been a bunch of media that has outrightly mocked Christianity. Yeah. So those thick pieces, I don't know, related to sinners like me, as chilling. Yeah. But there's been a bunch of media that has mocked Christianity. Yeah. And I think that's where they're coming from. So, like me, I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I'm not mad at the think pieces. So, like, I'm in between. It's just like, I get why guys would want to defend the religion. Because this is an outright, like, this is the Lord's Prayer.
That's a very important question. If you know that you're that type of person, you can get offended. That's how you are. Why are you going to watch a movie called Sinners?
No.
What do you expect
please not
of a movie?
Again, I said.
Yeah?
I said. Me as me, I'm
No,
chilling.
not you. I'm saying not Sydney.
Now, other people who are Christian content creators.
Yeah. Hey, I should also let them catch a vibe. But
You
I guess
get.
I say a vibe, bro. Catch a vibe, bro. Like, listen, I guess that's your
If you're a Christian content creator, you have your right to also put it out there from your point of view.
I guess so.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
like me, I'm just like, man, let them do their thing.
Yeah, but if you know you're the type of person to take offense, it's blasphemous. The movie is called Sinners. Let's apply some logical decision making.
What are you expecting to go and see?
What are you expecting? I was expecting to go and see Sinners.
Yeah,
Matter of
don't
fact,
expect the Lord's
I didn't see enough scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, the scene was there,
I was
man. Guys
expecting
were
wh-
getting chopped up.
guys were getting chopped up. Guys were enjoying themselves.
Guys,
Yeah, it was fornication. That
There was
Like,
fornication.
I didn't want the babe to shower, man. Like,
the guys killed me. Guys said. Guys said. He thought he was okay with this guy eating mashed nanny. Yeah. But she wasn't okay with eating some garlic. She wanted the guys to die. Okay.
Okay, I won't lie, but the think piece that gam me, it's sad, yeah? But I was like, wait, guys can't think. Was in that post-credit scene where Stark said, last time I saw my brother, last time I saw the son. And guys tied it to the Black Panther.
That was sad, Bambi.
Chadwick Boseman thing. Because in that last scene, the sun was setting, rising.
By the way, I don't. Of late, I have a weird thing where I can't get emotional about things going on in my life, but I get emotional about fictional things. Right now, if I see a photo of Chadwick Boseman,
You'll cry.
I'll break down.
That's not healthy.
I say-
That's like what they call it. It's not even projection. It's like
Social.
it's something where like you're like giving like your emotions to like a second hand. Like I'll get that word.
What's not healthy
emotions
about
is
it? The fact that I can't cry for my
Yeah, like,
things.
it's almost like you're removing yourself
You're
from
detaching yourself
From my
the-
experiences.
Yeah.
and you're only allowing yourself to feel emotions when they relate to other things.
Yeah,
I forgot what the word-
Yeah, a bit
the word-
tight.
but it's not intentional.
Typesy.
I know, but it's subconscious. It's like something that needs to be
Type C, babe. She just doesn't know.
needs to be
I
grasped.
told you I'm cute, bro.
Type D.
I'm
D.
cute.
What do you guys think of Michael B? Do you guys think this was his best performance ever?
Best?
You guys, first and foremost, did you guys notice this thing? You see, in the beginning, I could tell which twin was which twin. The strict twin and the chilling twin. Right? At the end, who was who?
No, I could tell.
I could tell as well.
Tell the whole
Who turned into a vampire?
Stacks, the chill twin.
Yeah,
The chill twin.
Yeah.
The chill twin.
You could tell because this
thing
guy
is-
was straightforward. He's like, if we are killing, we are killing.
This was my thing.
Okay, yes,
So,
yes. Now that
The
I think
scene
about
where
it,
he
yes.
was- where he was going to kill him, right? Where he had him on the ground, he had
The stick.
the stake. Obviously, we know he didn't kill. He didn't kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just let him run away.
Yeah.
The guy made a promise.
But remember, he said, well, I guess I was the only person he couldn't kill.
Yeah. Just let him run away, and then also this guy also just let him run away.
Yeah, run away with his babe, yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Stark would not have tried to kill this guy even if he had the chance? Like the one who turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
Why did when they
Oh no!
released
Remember,
him, why did he try to kill him?
that.
There's a scene where he had the chance
And
No,
he didn't.
in that fight.
And he didn't.
but
in that
remember,
fight.
for him, his rationale was that
Join us.
join us. Like we get to live the rest of our lives where we shall be invincible. Because remember, at the end of the day, they were saying that these guys had set a trap for them. That triple, I don't know if I can say that word. I don't get canceled. The triple C's.
Yeah.
They had set a trap for them, right? So, this guy was saying, "Join us, we shall be invincible. We get to live the rest of our." Because this guy, remember, he was super mad because that guy killed his babe. Like the guy killed the babe before she could turn. Because his idea was, if I take your babe, you'll allow to turn. If your babe turns, you'll allow to turn. We can all
Because
live
he's one
happily.
of it, huh?
Yes, we shall all live happily ever after. With my babe, you with your babe. Little did he know that these ones had agreed, if they bite me, kill me. I don't want to turn.
Okay, good.
Because you see, even like at the end, the reason as to why Haley, I don't even know her name in the movie, but
Really.
why she survived was at that point when this guy kills his babe, she zagged and she was like, brother, let me deep. Like you saw her run out at that point.
Actually, I didn't see her run, bro.
You
I
didn't?
saw her run in that after credits scene.
It was at that
During
point.
the fight, I didn't see her check.
At that point when this guy was taking his babe, she saw and she was shouting like, bro, why are you doing that? Then she dipped. I think like, it was at that point where she dipped. Like
I was
Stark
blind,
told her.
but
Who
to
would
leave.
you?
It was like when they
Who,
come.
what would you guys' school of thought be? Who would you be? Would you be the guy who says, "Let me and my babe become vampires and live out the rest of our lives for eternity together, whatever," or would you be the guy, the serious guy who says, "No, I made a promise to my babe, and we have to go back and see our child that died and da da da."
It depends on what your belief system is.
What's your what?
You live in the afterlife.
No, I'm saying in this, not in real life.
In the
We're in
movie.
sinners.
Me, I'm a moral individual, bro. I'd have had to kill her, bro.
I would also have.
And
I
then
would have
would,
killed
and then
my
you
babe.
die and join her.
You guys, the idea of living forever does not appeal
Appeal
to
to
me, bro. Bro, 3,000 and I'm still alive.
No, for me, I'm not thinking of the idea of living forever. I'm thinking of you're living in these times as a black man in the South.
In the 1930s.
Yes, you're in the movie Sinners. Look at it from the context of you're in Sinners. Would you be Smoke or would you be Stacks?
Smoke. Smoke.
And I have a feeling Smoke was the younger brother, but I would be the good brother.
The strict one was
I'd
a
be
young
the good
brother.
I'd be the good brother.
I would be Smoke.
I'd be the strict.
But I won't
Wendy
lie,
would-
that guy
I
looked
have a
lucky.
feeling Wendy would be the other guy. Wendy would be.
Wendy's like, I have a sweet baby.
I have a strict.
We're both vampires.
Honestly, I like to live, bro.
Yeah, fair enough.
White guys can't mess with us.
I
We're
like to
chilly.
live.
But that's too much power, man.
Alright, man. Let's wrap this
Yeah.
thing up,
Yeah,
man.
you guys are
Wendy, what's your
overdoped.
rating?
Sorry?
8.5, 7.8. What's your rating?
For me, it was a 9.
9?
I really highly rate it. It
Fair
was a
enough.
Nice
Yeah.
movie.
To be fair, it's my movie of like the past 3 years. So
I think I'll also give it an 8.5. I enjoyed
Could it be that we've been hungry?
I think we've been waiting for something a bit original
Yeah.
and a bit like just a movie
Different.
that feels more well thought out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like of
Very
late
enjoyable.
we've had so many remakes of this,
True.
sequels of this,
or
prequels
based
of
on
this.
some, like Minecraft. Like
Also,
it's
I-
best of a game.
Also,
Like,
I'm sure I've said this before, but like TV series have set the bar so high that like a 2-hour movie struggles
is it?
to accomplish the same thing, bro. Like what guys are able to achieve in like 6-8 hours in a series,
Okay. So
it's tough to achieve in 2 hours.
Hour
an
30,
hour,
2
50.
hours.
Pack all the good stuff in just a couple of
I
hours.
don't
it's
think it's
tough.
on the end of the creators. I think it's on the end
Yeah.
of the consumers,
Yeah, okay, interesting.
in my opinion.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think the creators adjust to what people consume in a way. So because more people are streaming and have series and blah, 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 the creators also like, man, let's also just do that.
I guess.
So when you're making a movie, also like, this movie has to have 3 parts.
You see,
Yeah.
for a movie, it's easier because, okay, maybe for a movie which is like original, it's not based on anything, it's easier. Unlike a series, maybe if it's based on a particular thing, then you have to stretch the thingy
A bit
so that
more.
it can
But
fit.
also consider that like studio execs want money.
True.
So if you could build one season that's hard, we'll come back to you and say, boss, we're giving you 80 million. Give
feel
us a
it's-
season 2.
It's similar to Jack
Hey, time
Ripper. Is it Ripper? Jack Ripper.
Jack Reacher.
Reacher, rather.
Reacher.
I feel like it was supposed to end on the previous season.
But Reacher has like 25 books, bro. Those ones still have content. You get?
I feel
Reacher
like
is
guys
a
just
series
liked
of
it and they
books that's
decided
quite
to continue
long.
with it.
Wait, you guys didn't answer my Michael B question. You think
Oh,
this is
best role?
performance?
Not for me.
Interesting. What was
I'm-
better for you?
What was better for you, Creed?
I really liked him in Fruitvale Station. I won't
I
lie.
haven't watched that movie, but
Great,
everyone
yeah?
is saying that. And that was the two of them again.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah,
Him and
it was,
Mike-
it was,
and,
it was their
Coogler.
first
Him and Coogler.
project. Fruitvale Station and Creed 1, I think, for me, are better than this.
Wow. Yeah. What do you think?
Do you know the movies I've watched of Michael B. Jordan do not reach 5 or even 4?
You haven't watched Creed?
Maybe it's in a
I've
genre
not-
you don't fuck with.
I've not watched Creed.
Yeah.
I
Same.
don't derive
watched
joy
Creed at
from
all.
men fighting.
You've not watched
No.
any Creed?
None.
Oh, it's not about the fighting though. You need to watch Creed.
Creed is hard.
tough.
I haven't watched.
Creed is
I haven't
tough.
watched any of the Creeds.
Crazy.
I haven't watched Fruitvale, whatever. I saw him in, of course, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Have I seen anything else of him?
He was good in Black Panther, I won't lie.
I feel like in Black Panther he was a black man in the States.
In Black Panther, no.
What up, auntie? That's the one thing I
Yeah.
remember.
You guys be criticizing him apparently that he didn't say much, bro.
What do you mean?
That his judge is limited in his movies. Just he's looking hard.
Did you guys hear that in John Wick, Keanu Reeves, he charges per word?
Who?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
He
Reeves?
charges per word.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In
That's
John Wick.
mad because
But
with his
there's
character, I
less
can
jazz.
see.
But no one watches John Wick for words,
Jazz,
bro. We've come to
Actually,
see guns.
that's the most introverted hard guy I've ever seen. He'll just beat you, man.
He just beat you. even Jason Statham also just beats you. Then jazz you
Jason Statham has that car formula. He has it down.
of beating. That's his vibe.
He's a working man that has a
big
blue collar job. They do something to his bad days, and he beats you for the rest of the movie.
Exactly.
Finished.
That is so 2010.
And
But it works,
That is
though.
exactly what people go to the cinema for nowadays, because guys are tired, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, me, I think this is the best Michael B. Jordan performance, bro.
Fair enough.
Wow. I think that he
More than Creed 1?
more than all our creeds, bro.
Okay, fair. No.
More than all
Yeah.
our creeds.
Okay,
Like
fair.
I'm not about the movie in general. I'm talking about his performance, like acting as two people,
To
and
be
being
fair.
different guys, and I just thought he did
Yeah.
a wonderful job.
Like the two people thing
Yeah, that was tough.
is
That was
it would put it over Creed for me.
Yeah.
And also the thing
Yes.
about
Don't act like it hasn't been done before, bro. Lindsay Lohan did this shit at 11 years old. Relax.
Yeah, but like
Hers was
he
the
still
hardest.
did it. He still did it. Well.
Hers was
What's the
Still did
trap?
it well.
also the thing
That's
about
the
new
hardest.
actors
Yeah.
acting well. You know, like Hollywood had been so much saturated by these people who are looking for people just because they have the name. So they were giving us substandard work just because they are celebrities.
You still want
Unlike
to
when
get your
you
bag.
cast new guys, those guys act.
You know, a guy who is pissing me off right now in Hollywood, Harrison Ford. Should chill, because that guy is tired. He's 82.
The problem is, I think he has so much money. He's probably paying for a lot of the movies he's in.
No, that guy is being paid, bro.
You see, among the executive
so.
producers,
So how come you think Harrison Ford should chill, but Denzel isn't chilling? Denzel is acting.
No. I'm not talking about the age. I'm talking about the character. And man is old and he has become an old man. Does that make sense? So, like, even you hear stories of like him on the Captain America set, this guy just wanted to go home. Like they're telling him where all these things to look like the Hulk, those CGI suits.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
a
You're
wrap.
being paid.
Go home.
His last Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
That guy did not want to be there.
Yeah.
Some guys should just retire, man.
Let's wrap this up, man. Yeah, what's the next topic?
100 men versus.
Oh,
a
wait,
gorilla.
before we do
100 men versus 1 gorilla.
Mr. Beast shit.
before we do that topic,
We're gonna talk about that.
I just want to. I think we first need to say the R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. to Rajiv Rajiv. Passed away last night in a car crash. Very tragic, bro. I just thought that we need to. Obviously, it's not in our culture to say too much too soon about what happened and what not. It's all over the internet. Pictures of the car. Someone even holding a number plate. Like people showing him driving the car before. But like, man, that guy has been like a part of our lives, I guess, for a long time. Everyone knows his family. He has been in front of the media for our entire lives. So that's what we say, a quick R.I.P.
And he was really young. It's sad when the young die,
35,
so.
35 years old.
35?
35,
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Guys, we are comparing it to Riaz Koji. You know this racer?
Yeah. Like,
Yes, but for him,
it's different.
it's very, bro,
Yeah.
everyone knows this guy, man. Everyone knows him because of his dad. I guess he was becoming his own man.
And
It's very unfortunate that he went out like that.
may his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in peace, man. And our thoughts, I guess, are with the family as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We move.
Now, 100 men
100
versus
men,
1 gorilla.
You guys need to
This
understand,
jazz has killed me this week.
That's
bro.
all I've been
Oh
seeing.
my god. Yo, people are so.
And what's giving
funny.
me is when even like the biologists came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone is in memes, guys are like,
Yeah.
wow.
Zoologists,
The
biologists.
zoologists were like, but do you guys know 100 men?
Yes. Literally, bro.
Unless with that gorilla is like Kong.
But you guys do
Unless
know
when that
that.
gorilla is like
But you
Kong.
guys do know
King
that
Kong.
you have that the 100 men have no weapons, right?
Yes.
What are you going to do to break a gorilla's bone?
Now, here's the
No,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to the zoologists, because as we can't jazz with facts, we shall just come with Musimanya guy pulls that.
Are you going-
What ball taps, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that thing over here? The guy whose like lower half had been cut. That drawing. The guy's like, my final action. Guy just grabbed the ball.
How must be these?
And the guy pulled them. Then he smiled and died there.
Yeah.
But-
Also, gorillas have notoriously like tiny testicles.
They do. Yeah.
So
So
it's
by the
not-
time you
it's not
grab it,
very grabbable. Guys might think it's like a bull. No.
by the time you grab it, man, you've looked. You've looked for them. In the farm, you know. The zoologists say that gorillas' muscles are made for short bursts of energy.
Yes.
So they will give you like 30 seconds of action max. After that, this thing is exhausted. Like the synapses in their muscles game. So they say like in those 30 seconds, guys will boom. Yeah. After that, now you're the ones beating.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. That was their point.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can
My problem-
overpower a gorilla. But a guy Gum is like, a leopard can kill a gorilla.
Why can't a human?
We've seen a human kill a leopard.
Yeah, but see,
You've
this
seen
is
a
my
human,
thing.
but have you seen a human kill a leopard
With his bare hands.
with his bare hands?
Yeah.
See, for me,
yeah.
that's my issue. Because
The
human
Kenyan guy who
With his-
killed a leopard with his bare
with
hands.
his bare hands now.
It wasn't his bare hand.
It was. Guy
What
jumped
did
on his
you-
back and pulled out the tongue. That's bare hands.
Like a bee.
Yeah,
Relax.
Do you think this is
This is what I'll
our
say.
Billy goes to school, bro?
Brother, a guy
I
killed a
think-
leopard.
I think it's,
You do have facts to say he did not.
that's why I think the 100 men versus 1 gorilla. The fact that men can't use any tools is so unfair because for us
Yeah.
that's our like the gorilla
That's
has
the
all
one
of
thing we
its
have.
tools at its disposal.
Our tool is our brain, and our brain is to build tools.
Build tools, literally. So that aside, it turns out also that human beings are like we might be like the peak endurance animals on Earth, bro. I saw this thing
Land
showing
animals.
on land.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw this like video showing like 100-mile race, and it was every animal, bro, and a human being won, bro, because every other animal gets tired, bro. Even horses, they all get tired, but human beings have the most endurance, apparently, of the land animals.
That's what they've said
So-
for the longest time, bro.
If it's 100 guys versus this gorilla, guys are not going to get tired as fast as this gorilla is.
And if we pick against 100 guys,
bro, and if we pick the peak we pick the roster of the MMA. We're picking the peak guys.
The top
So maybe
100
we'll
in the
send-
MMA.
We'll first send the big guys. What's his name?
You saw
The
that
Nigerian
meme.
guy, what's his name?
in MMA,
Yeah. Big Nigerian.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We send the heavyweight guys. They first go blow for blow with it. Then we send the middleweight guys. They also go.
the smallest
That-
guys
it
to
will
be
have
like
to lose.
Zeus.
Yeah, it'll have to
You
lose.
get?
It'll have to lose.
The way you
But-
guys you're
So
looking
okay,
at
but let
it,
me
it's-
but let me
it's
ask.
like how it is in
this,
movies.
in this, are you thinking that you'll be able that these guys will be able to go break the gorilla's bonds,
No.
punch it? What are you
They
doing?
cannot do anything to the gorilla.
What are you doing with its fist?
But
with
it
your
was
fist?
the
think they
gorilla
can.
games.
I think they can. Do you know, even if it's not like.
Because for me, I'm not even thinking it in terms of like what the gorilla can do to you. Okay, the gorilla has gum. He has
Will bite
taken
you.
out like 18 guys, right? His burst of energy has expired.
Tired as fuck, yeah.
He's tired, he's recharging or whatever. Now, remaining 73 guys or 83 guys are jumping on him, right? What can they do? Because
Oh my God, those are
listen,
so many
we are-
people.
because you need to remind yourself that gorilla skin, gorilla bones, gorilla structure is not as easily thingied
as
as fragile as ours.
Yeah.
So are you going to bite?
Let me tell you,
You guys are playing.
78 people beating
You
you.
guys are playing with kicks and punches. I think you've never been kicked or punched.
No, but I'm a human being.
You've never seen an animal being
but
kicked or
by
punched.
70 people, it's different.
Believe
Guys,
me.
It's different.
Enough blows.
the way you're approaching this thing, it's like 100 humans are lined up,
Yes.
one by
No,
one.
they're all jumping
The
on
one
him
thing
at
I'm
once.
talking about, like this gorilla, you guys, you can all go to it and kube it. Like when you get like MMA fighters,
Don't judge me.
it can swing,
Yeah,
it can swing, and
don't
then
judge
this guy can.
What I'll say though.
Then it
Okay, man,
misses.
gorillas beat. Man.
Did you see that video of the gorilla
One guy
getting
holds the
Gorillas
hand,
the,
the other one
the gorilla getting the first guy and using him as a baton?
You're like,
You see that meme over here, Mbu? When the gorilla sees us sending our gorillas and it's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, bro. What I'll say though is you might be wanting to hound the gorilla. When you see a gorilla
Gorillas beat.
grabbing a guy's leg,
You know what I'm saying? Don't you
grab
remember
the guy's leg and you see it like see the
Snapping it
leg
like a twig.
twitching like
Yeah.
this. You might
Let me
first be
tell you-
easy with your
the first guys have to be sacrifices? That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Someone
That's
has to get very very badly hurt, bro.
Someone.
But the guy who gets badly hurt, we have to drag him out of the way because he's going to we're going to be
No, they're
sliding
going to
on his
beat us
blood.
with him, what?
We'll first drag him out of the way, bro. And
Let me
then
tell
we'll
you,
continue.
Look,
out
maybe
of the
like
100,
how beat
30 have to be like
Loki.
extraction guys. Like you, they
Yes.
beat you, they kill
Yeah.
you, throw the body,
Beat you,
doesn't
they
it?
throw you. Beat you, they bounce you.
Brother, have you seen the size of a gorilla's fist in comparison to a human? We are nada. That thing is going to beat us. But when it gets tired,
Clamp it.
No, I think human beings win all day, but it's going to be really bad for some guys.
Some.
It's going to be bad for
I
some.
won't lie.
Okay,
The
maybe
first guy it
can
beats-
we do human being versus gorilla, but the gorillas wear gloves, bro. That's why gloves are like what do you call muzzle, bro.
you saw that meme over here, Mbu, that dyslexic guy going to the fight. And it's one guy with 100 gorillas.
No, like because I saw a visual of where the gorilla just pumped the guy's face and smashed the head. He went on-
That's so stupid.
so
Oh, this skull is actually strong.
your skull.
Yeah.
Do you know the strength of a gorilla's grip?
It can be. Do you think it can just hold you and then
A gorilla,
I think it can.
it
bro.
can.
A
The
gorilla?
skull.
It can.
First of all,
A gorilla's grip
It
is
might
like
not- it might not do
2,400
it like
pounds.
this, but it might
Yeah.
can do
a
that.
gorilla can easily smash you.
Or it can-
Pause.
If it-
26 years of collecting calcium to make
Mama.
this bone.
Calcium. Let me tell you,
Brother.
even me on a good day can break your joints. A gorilla.
Like, why are you breaking the joint? It's like saying I can break a sugar cane from the
Not
joint.
it, there's
break
cal-
it from the,
People
like,
get beaten
the middle
and
of the thing.
they're-
Yeah. Like if I jab, your
their
jaw can
skulls
break.
get cracked.
Your jaw can break if I jab
People
you.
get beaten and this there. What is this thing here?
Eye socket.
Bone. It gets cracked, bro.
Now a gorilla.
Yeah,
Can do
by,
this to
by
you.
a fist, bro. So a gorilla, if it grabs your head like this
With all its
and
force.
starts to push,
Did you watch Invincible?
bro.
Remember episode 1 where that guy did it to that guy?
In almost every episode they did it, bro. In Invincible.
fair
Bro,
You
like,
guys should get a real life reference.
A gorilla's grip strength is incredibly powerful, estimated to be 400 to 600 pounds per square inch.
PSI. So just imagine, because 400 to 600.
Well, that of
per
a man
square
is
inch.
60 to 100.
Are you seeing?
What's the gorillas?
400 to 600.
Okay.
It's like putting a cow on your head, bro.
100
That's not.
Per square inch.
per square inch.
Like so.
Yeah, also the guy who's
I think
who's-
can
the
press
guy
you
whose
down
grip
like
strength is
this.
100. What is he holding? What are you
First of all,
gripping?
what are you
bro?
gripping?
Yeah, relax.
Pause.
It has to support its weight as it's flying on trees.
Yeah, but the guy, I'm
Those
talking
big-
about
the
the
big
man. Are
jumping
you
like
Tarzan?
this really,
Like, what's the point of having 100
That
grip
meme
strength?
killed me. But just because we had their boy Tarzan, they think they can beat us.
Have you seen those go before those guys went to the jungle? Was Tarzan thinking with gorillas?
So
Tarzan was a child, I guess.
Tarzan was a kid.
They found him, guys, a man.
Did they rescue him?
Tarzan had to do what he had to do.
and
Tarzan
and
was
he
like,
thought
"Well."
he was a gorilla.
But balance me.
He thought he
How
was a
is
gorilla.
Tarzan, who is a human raised with gorillas, how is he finding a human woman attractive?
Right?
Innate desire. That thing was inside him. When he saw her for the first time, he was like, what is this thing I've never seen, bro?
And I guess he had a picture of his parents or something.
Yeah, he had a cutout. But I'll tell you this. The Harambe memes also killing me. But Harambe in heaven looking at the humans he died for.
Nuts. Anyway, man, I just thought it was a funny story from this week. What else do we have to discuss? Can we do the judge?
Yes.
What judge?
Justice Lydia Mugambe.
Yeah, so
Oh,
follow
damn, she's
up on
back?
that story, man. Follow up on that story. She was convicted.
I think we talked about
She
it
was
on
sentenced.
Patreon.
Yeah,
we didn't
yes.
talk about
She
it
was
on YouTube.
sentenced. Yeah, she was sentenced.
Sentence,
Did we talk about it on the main pod? I think we
No,
did.
it was a Patreon conversation, yeah.
Okay. So I guess then we can talk about it on the main pod now. There's a judge of the UN, well, now former judge of the UN, and also a former Ugandan. She's Ugandan, but she's no longer a judge. Who was convicted of several offenses, including human trafficking, I think forced labor, generally like immigration and labor offenses in the UK, because there's no other way to put it, but she had a maid who she brought into the country in the UK, and she brought her in through illegal means, apparently through the Ugandan embassy over there, under the guise that she was going to work for the embassy. Instead, she brought her to her home to do domestic work, and she took away the lady's passport and her bank card, and this lady apparently in her testimony claimed that she was locked in a room and forced to work, bro, for no wages. So the judge was found guilty of all those charges.
All of them.
The ones that she was, maybe Casper, you can tell us what she was convicted
Our
of.
charges were,
You can check.
I've forgotten, but they're along the lines of forced labor, slavery, something like that.
Yeah, they called them modern slavery.
Modern Day Slavery
yeah.
Act, yes. They were brought under the Modern Day Slavery Act.
So anyways, she was found guilty a couple of weeks ago, and this week she was sentenced. They gave her 6 years and 4 months.
In the UK or she
the
was
UK.
In the
In the UK,
extradited?
bro. In the UK, and a fine. But for some reason, I had someone say that she's in the country, but I don't know. According to what I read on the internet, she was sentenced and she's serving her time in a UK prison. So
Have
that's
they
an
taken
update.
away her judicial qualifications?
They can't take the qualifications away, but she's no longer a judge of the UN. She was forced to resign. Me, what I thought actually was that the Ugandan government would bring her home, but I guess that hasn't happened. So
Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point.
maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
That was a quick trial, bro.
quick, bro.
Quick.
Swift
Because it's been
justice.
like, what, 2 months?
Oh, and the maid was given asylum.
Of
Also.
course.
The UK.
Hey.
Of
Now
course.
she's there.
Now she's there, bro. Now she's there.
Listen, one thing, like, I don't think in a million years you'd have told this chick, the judge, that this is how this is going to play out. Like, when she was taking that chick to the UK to work for her, I don't think she ever imagined that this was going to this was going to play out. Like, that the lady that was her help or her house help or her worker, whatever, would end up with permanent residence while she's in jail.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
yeah.
I can't even hate.
Up next.
Yeah.
What did you mean by getting rubs? That's a Patreon conversation. Spam race.
Ivan, that's a Patreon one. You have what to say about that one?
The sperm race?
Yeah.
I just
That's
saw
fine.
it.
Yeah, it's crazy how we're going from
Just-
unserious to serious to unserious to serious. Anyway, unserious.
I don't have a lot to say, but honestly, the fuck?
Yeah.
The sperm race was funny. I watched all the videos.
What was
The
that?
first time I saw it, I was thinking these guys are just in bands.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so funny that guys are actually going
was
there
very
and they're
real, yeah.
and
cheering.
please
They're
note,
very real
the
race.
videos I saw were by universities.
Yeah.
Like they're saying University of Cambridge versus like UCLA, some
Yeah.
just like
Was a
that.
university kid, a high school kid or a university kid that organized it?
Yeah, some just like that, bro. But basically, these guys just collect nut
Yeah.
and make it race through like an obstacle course.
An
So you can see the
it's
microscopic.
an artificial racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really see that, guys.
Crazy.
Crazy. And it was packed.
But
And
the
he made
people
a lot
were
of money.
watching. Eh?
Yeah.
You need to understand. I was invested, bro.
Yeah. But
Guys in California have fast nut.
yeah, those things were quick. Those things were quick.
Things were
Those things were quick.
Crazy.
Swimmers were swimming, bro.
But they were cooking.
Not to get like lost in like the absurdity of it. The message was male fertility. So that's what they were doing this for. They were trying to make it like a less taboo conversation. They were saying that like it really goes under the radar. People don't talk about male fertility. People don't talk about like the fact that you just cannot be swimming, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that if they want to get that point across, should have gotten a guy who shit doesn't swim, bro. That you can see it lose the race.
Everyone
bro.
is booming.
We just stays at the beginning of the race, bro. Be like, yo, this shit is real, bro. You can real not have
And
a
you have to say
swimmer,
it with a
man.
straight face, man.
And guys have to know, man, that's this guy, man.
No, I don't think it's kawa. I don't think it's kawa to bring out that donor. The
Yeah,
brother
okay,
should
maybe we don't
remain
show.
anonymous.
Yeah, maybe we
Yeah.
just show and say, man.
Wow.
So now we're going to show you guys what a race of.
Did
like,
they do it by uni? Did they have other demographics?
I don't know. It was young men though.
Because it's a bit.
Young healthy
Once
men.
you start bringing demographics, it becomes a bit.
Yeah, but it'll be better. So that guys really
Say,
see.
this
Or
one
they-
is from
or-
a 24-year-old. This one is
Or
from
they
a
could even have
40-year-old.
got like more like smokers,
Yes.
drinkers,
Yes.
like that. We all see how each of you you're performing
You
with
can
the life
stop
choices
drinking.
you've made.
Yes.
You
How
can
is it
stop
affecting your
drinking.
fertility?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool.
But I won't lie.
It's the first edition.
The crowd was outside.
Active
Guys
guys,
want
like they bring like gym guys. Then even among the gym guys, those who do like steroids,
Roids.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. And see how it affects.
Like swimmers are dressed.
No, at first
Imagine that. Imagine if you're
Roids are
hyperactive. Hyperactive swimmers. bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That would be really cool.
But I won't
Yeah.
lie. I watched all the thingies. I was very invested.
I
Very
didn't even
invested.
hear of this anywhere.
Yeah, it was a thing.
What was
It
it?
was a thing. It was a
Male
thing.
spaces.
Yeah, man. So I don't
Thank
even know
God
how
I
to-
don't exist to them, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know how to like advise guys, man.
You-
Like, I don't know if I should say, man,
Man,
guys,
just be healthy, man.
go and
Pray
check
they
if
swim.
you- Go and check if you're.
If you have a
go and
microscope.
check if you're fertile or.
Check.
I don't
if
feel
your
like
swimmers work
in a
out.
microscope they won't be in a race, but
Nah,
these guys
they'll
will
just
be
be in
just
circles.
swimming. Yeah.
How fast are they swimming in those circles?
So how long? What's their mortality?
Lifespan.
Yeah.
Days.
How fast? I mean, just in the open air.
I
Within
actually don't
how
know.
long do they die?
Because in the baby, it's what, 3 days? Is it? Something
5
like that.
days.
5, eh?
5
Yeah.
days.
Outside, I don't know.
Yeah, I also don't know.
Damn, 5 days
Because
is long.
I know like they
I thought it
have
was
to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like if you do like a donation right now, they're refrigerated. So I wonder how long they live.
How long does the ovum live
I
outside?
don't, you know, I'd always assumed that sperm was like, aside from when I thought that in the open air, I thought it was like COVID, bro.
That it just.
Guys in 9 seconds. Like I
Those
thought, it was
guys are
like, I
resilient.
thought it was like a virus.
Have you watched?
You go and sit on it and you see.
Have you watched Ray?
You're a fool.
Have you watched Ray Donovan?
No.
He was like, it's like the fixer, but a white man, and he's like Italian and he's hard, like he fights. So in Ray Donovan, there's this scene. I think it might have been episode 1, like, and he had this client who was an NFL player, and he was sleeping with just a random chick, but an opportunistic chick. So they sleep together. The NFL player, not in in the rubber. This chick picks the rubber up covertly, puts it in the champagne ice, and then carries the ice bucket outside and puts it outside the hotel room. Then someone comes to collect it, as in their plan was to make this chick pregnant, like using the jazz that was in his thingy. Yeah, but Ray don't
Yeah.
intervene.
You guys think I'm joking about the sitting thing? It was actually a story. Of
What?
like, of course we all know it's cap.
Super duper cap.
Yeah, we know it's cap. But Mbusimanya, after a while, the guy pulled out and landed on the floor.
Okay, so here's the thing. On ice, the cold slows down their metabolism, delaying death.
But
Right.
how soon do they die?
But in the open, on skin or on surfaces, like just like on this like table, they usually die as soon as the semen dries. So which typically happens in a matter of seconds to minutes.
Guys, that thing takes long to dry.
So in water, they might live a bit longer if the water is warm and doesn't dry them out immediately, but they're still not viable for fertilization outside the body. While in contrast, inside the female reproductive tract can live up to 5 days in ideal conditions due to moisture and the protective cervical environment.
Sperms
So
are
first
like
wait.
fish.
Guys who
They
came-
need
They
need
what
water. I'm
they have
dead.
gills.
And they swim.
Let me see.
play.
If
That's very accurate.
That makes me have so many questions about contraceptives. 5 days. So that morning after pill, what does it do?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like there's been like a nice segment to have an ad, bro. For morning after. It's
So
funny
guys,
that you asked.
Today's sponsor.
what do you mean by what does it do?
Because man, you guys, 5 days seems a bit long for a pill to work. Does that
Remember,
make
the
sense?
morning after pill is only viable for 3 days after the incident,
Oh,
right? The
incident is crazy.
the incident.
So
So,
if I've bed 3 days in a row,
uh-huh.
do I take 3 pills? Okay, not me, but like,
Uh,
does a babe take 3 pills or
You're a
1 pill
fool.
after the 3 days?
Depends on the pill, I imagine.
The
Me out-
effectiveness
me-
reduces
truthfully.
the closer you get to the third day.
yeah, and truthfully,
but
I
we've
would
done 3
recommend. No,
days.
I'd recommend after the first day.
Mm.
After the first day, because by the time you reach day 3, you've had something in there since day 1.
Okay, and also let's not act like they get into the woman's reproductive tract and just chill like, man, when is day 5 reaching? So
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
go. Nah, that it's swimming,
By day
bro.
1, things are swimming.
Yeah.
But I found out of recent that after 3 days, it's no longer. I saw some doctor talking about it. After 3 days, it's no longer effective. So if you go in like 5 days after, in these reproductive clinics and whatnot, the alternative now is to give an IUD, a copper IUD.
Okay.
Because a copper IUD creates a toxic
Yeah.
environment in the uterus that kills sperms.
Is that how they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yo,
So, anyway, okay, the morning after pill, it delays or prevents ovulation. This is the main way it works. If no egg is released, sperm can't fertilize anything. It also thickens cervical mucus. This makes it harder for sperm to reach an egg, although the effect is minor.
So
Then-
they be swimming with mob energy but
Yeah.
not moving.
Or it alters the uterine lining. In some cases, it may make the lining less suitable for a fertilized egg to implant.
So they'll be like.
But
in
this is not
quicksand.
its primary function. Its primary function is to delay ovulation. I think that's why it even like delays people's period. It messes with the cycle.
See, that just sounds like it has like a 50% success rate, man.
The more of the story is abstain.
And
know this,
guys, look after yourselves, man. You guys have to swim, bro. So,
I'm saying it's good for me.
yeah.
Abstain is good for you. You like it?
What other topics do we have? I'm trying to see. If
Edged cheese versus. I think we should do some subs.
Okay.
Before the subs.
What are topics?
have a
Edged cheese
2-minute
versus
topic.
fresh cheese.
What's that?
I don't know. Rebels, religion, and reconciliation in the West Nile.
Okay, that's a tough topic.
General Muhozi's Twitter.
Patreon.
Milk contraception is also Patreon. Or do you want to do it here?
I mean, you already brought it up, so I want to just.
Oh, we just
Yeah,
perfect
what do you
segue to male contraception. Okay, so basically, have you guys heard of something called the Adam what? It's called the Adam.
All I saw was just like a dick injection. Bro.
Yes, but it has a name. They don't call it a dick
It's
injection.
like a male IUD, bro.
It's basically like a male
They
IUD.
They inject it into the.
The urethra.
It's called the
Yeah,
Adam male
sperm
contraceptive
something.
procedure,
So it's like injected as a catheter.
No.
not a catheter.
I'm going to explain.
So, the Adam male contraceptive, developed by Contraline, involves a minimally invasive procedure where a hydrogel is injected into the vas deferens, the tubes that transport sperm from the testicles. This outpatient procedure is performed under local anesthesia and typically takes less than 30 minutes. It's designed to be reversible. So over time, the gel degrades and is absorbed by the body, restoring sperm flow. So the idea is to stop the sperm from flowing. Yeah. Or alternatively, it can be removed through a follow-up procedure. Apparently, it has like 99.9% efficacy.
Tough.
Injection.
So, now, but they give you anesthesia now. Don't do change.
But you can manage.
What phobia is that, Sido? Which phobia is that?
Anyway, so I
don't fear needles.
was wondering, because even anesthesia involves a needle.
Yeah.
This is local anesthesia, you're awake.
Yeah.
So I was like, where do they inject?
You need
I'll tell you
chloroform
this.
at that point.
It's administered via a small injection directly into the scrotal skin, near the site where the vas deferens will be accessed.
Yeah.
So the area is cleaned. A fine needle is used to inject.
This is the gel or the...
This is the anesthesia.
Okay. And then
So
the
you're
gel?
feeling that one.
Yeah. I can manage
You know what's funny?
You can manage
injection
that.
hurts, but it's manageable.
You know what's funny? There comes a male contraceptive, and what you have to do is it's supposed to be injected through that for our skin, and you just meet a mob guys who are.
So I'm trying to figure out where this one is going to be.
Wow.
injected. Where is
So-
this one injected?
It's injected into the what vas deferens. What
What is
vas
that?
deferens?
The Vans is the my hands are about here. Is it the shaft or it's the top? You know, let me check.
What do you mean let you check?
Because some hand action might be a bit possible.
So let me see. Injectable hydrogel is into the vas deferens, blocking. They keep saying vas deferens like that's common knowledge. What the hell is a
I
vas?
think it's the top.
So it blocks sperm
I'll say it's the
transport.
bottom.
Trials in Australia have showed 99.8% to 100%
Guys,
success,
Yeah, I think makes sense. I'll hold you.
Okay.
right? And it lasts 2 years.
Yeah.
Trials
think
may
it's-
be showing numbers which are good and promising, but
Oh, it's actually
does
not
it
at all.
affect the experience?
Probably not. Only that because it seems like
I think
you can still ejaculate and semen will come out. but
Yeah.
Then
it won't have sperm.
You know, there is this one thing which, okay, like we grew up knowing that maybe if someone is nutting, they have to be like, "Ugh!" like making that crazy noise, yeah?
Hey boy, when you're editing that, are you gonna?
leave it in, bro. There's something you took out last time. I was so mad you took it out, bro. Leave it in. That is hilarious, bro. But
My
land your point.
My question is,
Yeah.
making it hard for the swimmers to swim, wouldn't it make it even harder?
To
Swimmers are
ejaculate.
not swimming here.
Yeah, it's different.
It's just the what it is.
Yeah, it's just water, no swimmers. It's just semen.
pretty
no
much
sperm.
the
There'll
same
still
thing.
be ejaculate, but there'll be no sperm contained in that ejaculate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't lie. It seems calm. I just need like 5 more years of studies. 'Cause
As
it
in-
sounds new.
No,
It's been
They said they
it's
had
been
what-
tested and studied in Australia. They're now starting because of course they need FDA approval
Yeah,
to
they're
think
doing
in
like
the
phase 2
States.
or something.
So right now they're in phase 2 studies in the States. It hasn't yet been approved in the States, but in Australia, I think it has.
How long does a gel last? That's my
2
question.
years.
2 years. Every 2 years you're going for
Yeah.
action.
No, of course there'll be years where you want to have kids.
Oh, it can be
After that.
removed. It can be
Another
removed.
injection.
Yeah.
But also like
Let me give it a few
Ah,
more
yeah,
years.
with another injection. Guys, women go through childbirth. Relax, it's just an injection.
Why you negating our experiences
either of you guys opposed to vasectomies.
when I've gone? Because
When you've
that,
gone,
that thing of I hear it's reversible is not 100%, bro. It's that science is they say the reversible ones are about 5%, according to the science. So
I also want my
I'd
husband
rather
to
not.
get one.
When you guys are done having kiddos.
Yeah.
yeah. Like let's game, then I would be down to get one.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to them either.
Yes, it's like a badizo. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, nah. Wabadizo.
Yeah, you're getting neutered, bro. Like, what are guys from Game of
From
Thrones?
Game of Thrones, the eunuchs.
Yeah, like one of those.
I
What were
think
they
the
called?
effect it has on
Forgot it.
animals is the same
The-
effect on me guys.
Like how?
Like when
Yeah,
you
yeah, it would. I think it would turn you into like an emotionless, like.
You become stoic. That's why the guys
shell.
in Game of Thrones were
But
like that.
Or when you cut it off.
how do you generate testosterone then if you cut them off?
You don't.
You don't.
But now, how can you be a warrior?
Either you just have an overflow.
How do you become
No,
a
you
warrior?
don't.
Then that make you softer or less aggressive, or
Bro, you see, you find
actually
Sido
don't
losing
know.
the beard.
And my beard has fallen
find
off.
a guy losing his beard. You can imagine.
None of those guys had beards.
But
The
you
guys
know,
were getting
apparently,
phones.
testosterone is linked to balding. So maybe you
Yeah.
will remain with your
Oh,
hair.
you gained.
You have hair, man.
You just have a cool Joe afro, man. It's
Yeah.
like so.
Not worth it.
man.
Not worth it for you. Not your life force, bro.
No, but like, remember.
You're trading something.
But this is
for
if you
something.
like lose your testicles, right?
Yeah.
Not if you get a vasectomy.
The vasectomy is calm.
Yeah,
A vasectomy is calm. We're here. We're
Yeah.
talking about if you're
If
castrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you watched
what sounds
Scarface?
dangerous.
Isn't that movie
I
like
have the
4
old
hours?
one.
No.
Castrated.
The old Scarface.
Pretty old, yeah. But remember the
Wait,
scene where he
is
says,
that Tony Montana thing? Yeah.
remember the scene where he says, "My balls and my word are all I have."
Mm.
Don't leave me with my word only. Bro. Like,
But a man's
I love
word,
it,
a man's word is his bond. That's all he needs.
no.
First, relax.
ball
Why are you
and my
reducing
word,
us to our balls, man?
Can you even exist without?
Can we do subs? The rest of the
Alright,
topics are.
Oh wait,
different.
I really want to do that. How long have we done?
We've done an hour half and a half.
And yeah,
Okay, yeah,
okay.
let's do subs.
We do subs.
Okay.
But that, bro, that Rebel topic that I have is so fire.
First
bro.
way. Before we go to
discuss
subs. This one is for me. It's like a 1 minute topic for the boxing fans. Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben.
Yes.
That was the fight of the century, bro.
Is it? It was that sick, eh?
It was the fight of, like, you know how modern boxing is a lot Floyd Mayweather, like
Yeah.
dodge,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
running,
yeah,
keep.
yeah.
These guys were like nada.
Did they beat each other up like that the whole
They
fight?
beat each other up, bro.
Yeah.
All 12 rounds. Those guys beat each other. It was glorious to watch.
Yeah.
And this is in the middle of those 100 verse 1 things. Those guys beat each other. And it's okay. So for guys who don't know the story, it's Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben. Their dads fought.
Yeah.
So Eubank Senior versus Nigel Ben. And these guys have beef. And the kiddos have beef.
And apparently the dads fought. Eubank won the first fight. The second fight was a draw.
Yeah.
So usually in boxing there's a trilogy so that they can know who the winner is. They never had a trilogy. So this was widely looked at as like that trilogy fight.
And Eubank won. So like the bloodline, it's now 2-0.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. That fight, I'm going to go and rewatch it.
There'll definitely be a rematch.
Glorious.
There'll definitely be a second fight.
Has to be.
But
They broke Eubank's jaw, man. He went to hospital after.
See, that's the thing. It was a unanimous
You
decision.
no. Did you see his interview after? I mean, after like he has showered, he has what?
Yeah.
His jaw was kawa.
No, but like after he went to hospital, like after that, he went to hospital. Like to
seemed
check on
kawa.
him, the scans, blah, blah, blah. So I actually didn't follow up, but
Apparently the jaw thing was a lie.
Yeah.
That his jaw was kawa. Like after, like I think this was done over the next day or something, because he even had stitches on his eye and whatnot.
yeah, the eye was messed up. I
He was like, they gave his eye, what, but then he even jabbed his jaw. He was like, my jaw is kawa.
Bro, boxing is
Fair
so
enough.
funny because sometimes the winner can look worse off than the guy who lost. Bro.
But I will tell you this.
Not all the times. Did you see this fight between? No, but this wasn't boxing. This was MMA, the UFC. This come man with an accent, Paddo Paddington, Paddy Bear. It's something he did to some guy like 3 weeks ago.
That guy can beat.
That guy can beat.
UFC 303 was it?
He beat some American guy. I promise you. What the loser looked like after that fight was very evident.
You see, UFC guys is much. It's like MMA is worse than boxing.
I watched. No, even when I was watching the highlights of this, I don't even know how I ended up on them. I was covering my eyes, bro. I was just like,
This
I was
fight
flinching.
was glorious. These guys beat
crazy.
themselves, eh?
That was crazy.
like
And I was
thieves.
like, this is what boxing is, bro. First chill, Floyd Mayweather.
No, not the
This is
Eubank thing. I'm
boxing.
talking about the
Oh,
MMA,
the MMA thing.
They kick you in the. I said, why are you kicking someone's?
No, MMA is, even if you took me there, I'm
early MMA
lasting 2 seconds in
And
that
the MMA was
octagon.
nasty, bro. Like, I don't know if it was just boxing, like, decampaigning them, but like I remember the first like clips of MMA that would go around.
Like
Really
UFC, you
nasty,
mean?
bro. Yeah,
The very first, like UFC.
It was always bones breaking.
Yeah.
It was always that nasty shit. But now
Blood.
guys have seen that like it's a sport.
If human beings can do that to each other, imagine what a gorilla would do to you.
Life or death. Life or death, no rules.
Have you guys seen how close it is to like actual fractures before the guys tap? When like they have bent a guy's
Yes,
arm
yes,
and
yes,
it's like
yes,
so
yes, yes.
before he taps.
If two guys grab those gorillas' arms like this, but gorillas are strong.
Wait.
I was waiting
But-
to see what you
No,
say.
but see, these things are not about strength. It's not just about. There's
It's
a
about
point where
technical ability.
If I have your arm in a certain angle, it doesn't matter how strong you are, bro.
Yeah.
If I continue to pull this
Okay.
arm, it's breaking.
Let me tell you. The time we had an MMA guy on the
physics.
pod,
Man,
And that guy
choked
kicked
us
me
out,
here.
cause-
a guy kicked
Yeah,
me
he kicked
here.
this, he choked and he see lights flashing, bro.
Gay, that guy kicked me under like 2 days. I wasn't walking
You
well.
had a
man.
bruise.
You saw that baby got a bruise.
Yes, we had like her
Pereira.
trainer,
Yeah,
Sheila.
from Pereira.
Wasn't a
It was
trainer.
Pereira. It was an MMA
Alex
guy.
Pereira.
Okay, he and bro. Anyway, I agree because, bro, I can put something heavy on my thigh. I'll get a bruise. Let me not even.
Because this guy said, I won't kick you 30% of my power.
Bro,
It was pop. Anyway,
Anyway.
man, let's do some subs.
let's do some subs. I'm gonna run through a bunch of like those which are not questions, just statements. On a good day, Sydney can take on that gorilla. Take it where?
Take on what?
The gorilla.
First of all, pause.
Or a movie.
Take it where?
Second of all,
To
is
the
this a
cinema,
compliment?
maybe.
Is it an insult? Like, I don't know how to
Died, bro.
feel, bro.
I'm dead. Can take on it. Take it on like an intellectual conversation.
Yeah, maybe.
bro, something.
I sit down with it like so.
Yeah.
To talk about grip strength, woman. I heard you have 400 in
Let's bring and we
Bring
see.
the gorilla on the pod, bro.
Remember that Arawi episode?
Yeah,
I honestly thought Arawi was a Ugandan artist.
that's insane.
That's nuts.
But we're glad that you're not different now.
Being a vegan is wild. Imagine seeing a carrot and you start drooling.
Relax. Some of these vegan meals be fire, bro. I don't know. Some of these vegan options be hard.
The craziest thing is, craziest thing about the vegan is like over vegan meat.
Yeah.
First of all, if you call
vegetarian.
something
What's the
chicken,
difference?
Meat.
vegetarians
Trying to
only
are the
don't eat
dairy
meat.
guys.
They
So
don't need it.
vegetarians can eat like eggs, can drink milk.
So it's vegans who don't do
Vegans
diarrhea as
do
well.
not do anything
Animal
animal
products.
related. Like for them, theirs is almost it's moral even. It's like yes, like animals should
So
be
what's vegan meat
respected.
then?
Because some stupid shit like chicken wings, kumbe it's cauliflower. Don't piss me off.
It's plant-based meat. It's meat that's made out of plant.
Of yes, tofu, go stuff like that.
They even have like, I've seen like the Impossible Meat Company.
Yeah.
They make-
My thing is, don't simulate it to look like meat.
Soy.
You don't
'Cause it
want
won't
meat,
taste like
don't
meat.
eat
But they
meat
make
at
it taste
all.
as close as possible to meat as they can.
But
it
it really
tastes
is
like
the meat then. Pause.
No. But hey guys, I've become a plant-based advocate because I've realized some of these plant-based products actually taste amazing. Like, you guys don't know how long it has taken me to readjust to having regular milk. Granted, lactose-free.
Yeah.
Bruh, I had to re-alter my brain because now I was used to having my Weetabix with soy milk or almond milk or another plant-based milk, bro. And
Okay.
even now, I still feel like it tastes better with
Look
those
at these
other
things,
milks.
yeah? Soy.
Yeah.
So you have tofu and all them ones.
Yeah.
Legumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeast extract.
Yeah.
Starches.
Yeah.
Plant oils. Beet juice. All of this to make it look like meat.
Yes, man, and they really do. But see, my thing is, I only don't fully believe that it's more healthy. You dig it?
Yeah.
think it's
I'm
more
not
like a moral
convinced
thing.
Yeah.
This is taking too much effort for it to be healthier than
Because
just.
I promise
You're
you,
using
natural
too many
what
things.
I've read.
Yeah.
yeah, what I've read
Yeah.
are the ones I recognize. The rest are like additives.
All I'm saying is, I promise you guys, some of that stuff tastes really, really good.
Look, here's my thing. Yeah?
Meanwhile,
Here's my thing.
you're only basing this on the nut milks. Pause.
Pause.
That is.
Pause.
That's
Never say
Eh.
it again.
You're only basing this on the milks.
yes.
You're
Even
not
the hammer
basing this
doesn't
on
agree,
the
man.
on the meats.
But I'll be down. If there's anyone in the audience who like specializes in vegan food, send us some vegan
Yeah.
food and then we can taste it.
And here's the thing, yeah? For him, send him the ones for testing. Me, I want the ones that are more health oriented than moral. Does that make sense? Like the ones where I say this is a healthy meal and not meant to be plant-based meat. Yeah, that's what I would want to know.
Okay.
I can go on like a 1 month plant-based diet.
No, man, it's too much. I can do a day.
Unpopular opinion.
I can do a meal. I can do like vegan meals every now and then. Yeah, window.
So, I think the vegans who go for the vegan meat, vegan whatever, they are like someone who is saying that they are not gay, but they want a tomboy.
What?
The people they are dating are tomboys. They're not
Why?
gay.
I've not
but
understood.
But
want-
they aren't gay.
Aunt is like you're just in the closet. You're gay.
No,
girl.
No, you're
no.
not.
This is the difference. Vegans aren't saying that they don't like the taste of meat. They're
There's
saying they don't like the process that the meat
The
goes
cruelty.
through before it comes
yeah, they
before it comes on
don't.
their
They
table.
believe animals have rights
Yeah,
that should be respected.
Let me tell you something about this whole thing.
yeah,
Do you know it's like people are choosing what to care about and what not to?
100%.
Because do you know that organisms are there?
Yeah.
You know those plants you're eating,
Are living
they are
things.
killing the organs.
Yes.
Those small living organisms.
Not even plants are living things.
Exactly. Bro, you're killing them. They have parents.
Yeah,
They have
their
kiddos.
parents. Funny.
You're
You
a
get-
Hey,
So
Al
for-
Senior is like, my God.
my little junior.
because cows or animals are able to emote,
Yeah.
and these plants can't,
I know.
so for them they are not
They're,
living.
they're not worthy.
If you decide to be a vegan, don't eat at all, just die.
Hey,
Yo.
yo.
But okay, you see, to be fair, it's also they're allowed to like.
Yeah,
care
they're allowed
about
to
what
make
they
the
want to care
choice.
about.
Yeah.
So for them, they've decided, besides human rights, the only other living things whose rights we care about
Animals.
are animals.
Yeah.
So now plants,
have the choice.
maybe there'll be other guys who will be
They
like,
have the
"Man,
choice.
us to care about plant rights."
I'm
I
going,
feel like
going to nyam meat.
They
pause.
shouldn't say
Yeah.
that, they shouldn't impose it on other people who are not, or they shouldn't make people who eat meat feel bad about themselves.
Yeah,
Just
see,
have it as a personal thing
That's,
and keep
that's
it
the
to
thing
yourself.
I really don't appreciate. Like coming to me and saying you're eating beef, you're being cruel to the cow.
Exactly.
Like,
But I feel like
don't do
most
that
vegans,
to me, man.
most vegans be vegan on their own, bro.
Yeah,
like, they be
many.
chilling.
Yeah, like of course they're the few.
Most of them be
Those
chilling.
are the ones
It's
I have
just
issues with.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a loud minority, bro.
Most vegans are cow. Most
Yeah.
vegans are cow.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
still, man.
Perfect,
Let's
perfect
continue.
segue to this.
Yeah.
Bruh, I get scared every time Windek opens his mouth.
I'm about to say something wild.
Same.
Then,
Vegans should just die.
Uncle,
I said they should just die. I said they should not eat.
the fella behind the camera says what you all are too scared to say.
Nah, Windek is that
Nah,
guy.
let me tell you, we're not scared. We just can't think it. Bro.
That's-
This guy is.
That
this guy
brown
opens
guy
our
with
minds.
the glasses, i.e. Windeg,
Yeah.
needs some sweet treatment from me, from
Ah,
a girl like
let's
her.
go, let's
She wants
go,
to
let's
treat Wendy in a sweet way.
Wendy,
Yeah.
why you folding your face, man?
Nigga, the sun is
Hey,
Kobe.
okay.
The son is giving him. Melvin is a major red flag in Casper's dating life.
Crazy.
How do you want to address this,
Ungo,
sir?
would you date someone with a bestie day one of the opposite gender? Kumbe
Do you
all
think
along
it's
it
a
was
guy or a babe?
Melvin. It's probably a guy.
I don't know, bro. I feel like it's a reach. Whenever
It's
I hear
such
this
a
jazz-
reach?
Whenever I hear this, like, if they have a best friend of the opposite sex, it's a red flag. I just feel like guys be projecting, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you're scared that there's someone who's going to come and take your person. Like, you're being possessive, and it's coming from a place of insecurity, and you be projecting it.
It is coming
onto-
from a place of
onto
insecurity. It
everyone
gives.
else, bro. But listen, man.
He's not a red flag. Are you
Yeah.
a red- He's not. That's
You
such
and
a red.
Casper attack, bro. Attack. I'll be at the gate. I'll open.
You open
I'll be
and say,
"Yeah,
welcome."
man.
Go.
Man. Be careful, but yeah.
Be careful. Okay.
Yeah.
I love the pod and I have been watching for some time now. I feel like you should bring on some finance coaches. People need to start having financial discipline.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
Agreed. Agreed.
I am not lying when I say you guys really helped me with my depression. So apart from Patreon, is there any other way we can discuss a sponsorship?
Yeah.
Yeah,
DM us on Instagram.
DM us.
Yes. Casper, first be as if relaxing. We curse, but it's not directed to you.
What?
We curse, but it's not directly to you. Miss Ice Cream.
I
What?
don't know, Miss Ice Cream is.
No, they're calling me Miss Ice Cream. I
Why they
What does
call
that
you Miss
mean?
Ice Cream?
don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what that
Yeah, that's interesting. What do you think? That's for you to respond to. Do you forgive them?
I forgive, but don't curse in our comments. Let's keep it cute. Thank you.
Yeah, I think
but
it was
they're
just that
cussing,
one
but
case.
Not at you.
Yeah.
I think it was just that one case.
Yeah,
though.
but then like you
What
can.
if you say something like, man, Casper, honestly, I don't fuck with like when. this
Okay, maybe like that.
also,
yeah.
it's
I feel
just
like-
like the cussing art,
Yeah.
not the cussing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
that
don't overcast,
cussing, the
man.
cussing is more like the modern way of speaking nowadays.
Expressing.
Okay, do they speak to their mom like that?
No, obviously.
Thank you.
Remember, Pastor,
Thank
do you remember the time, maybe hadn't just joined the pod, Melvin said that there are some words which bring out like context,
Your point.
everything. Like
Yeah.
You get? I don't fuck with
Cussing
this.
as
It's
a
like
as a form of punctuation, like as a way to express something.
For
more, like-
effect.
yes.
yeah.
That's why I cuss.
Anyway,
I don't even cuss like that.
I was at Silo Vacation this past weekend and I saw Melvin at the table next to mine.
Oh shit.
It was really good. It was really good to know he exists in real life. But tell me why I was thinking every girl next to him has a chance of being Casper.
Hey. And she was none of them, bro.
None of them at all.
None of them.
It's so funny that the fact that she's saying that it kind of makes you look like an NPC.
Me, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't believe he exists in real life. I guess. Like I'm just here as like someone behind the screen.
You're
type
just
of
like
thing,
an
just
AI,
like that
bro.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was surrounded by the sweeties that night.
Yeah. He really was.
You didn't snap, man.
He really
Never
was.
snap, bro, when you're surrounded with- So that guys can play, man. Where you at, man? Where is it?
Chill. Is that a payment that needs to be made? Many of them won't come, man.
I'm dead. My boy has like 4 women. If one of them who genuinely thinks she's the only one, Bambi falls in my path, me, I see a future. Is it kawa if I shoot, or do I talk to him first? P.S. I have better intentions for her, but she genuinely thinks she's the only one, yet to the guy, she's not even the main.
Yeah, how many times did Jacob have to say it? Don't save her, bro. She
does not want
to
to
be
be
saved.
Bro.
Don't blunder, bro.
Again, I was saying abundance mindset. Those are not the only babes, bro.
Your boy is living in abundance, bro.
And you're living in
trying
When
scarcity.
you're looking at his, your eyes are focused on his 4 things. What gives you the impression that these chicks don't know, first of all?
Yeah, you can
A
never
lot
know,
of times
man.
women be knowing. But calm, let's say they don't know, bro. Like, if this is your boy, you have to, okay, I'm not saying condone his actions, bro. But maybe just like stay out of it, bro. Like, know the side that you're on. And even if
move.
you don't like what he's doing, don't get involved, bro.
Mind your own.
Yeah, it makes you look funny. It makes you like, even the women, don't think that women are going to respect you more for trying to like intervene, bro. Like
They might
bro,
beef you for
leave it,
spoiling
bro.
their
We
thing.
just be a
Yeah,
leave
leave
it.
it. Leave it.
But I think it's true what they say. Like, if your boyfriend's friend moves to you, you just know they're playing you.
You're being played.
Yeah.
You're being played and he knows it. But
And he knows it.
you also need to know that, bro, your boy who's able to convince 4 women to be in a relationship with him, bro.
That's not an easy
The
guy.
size of his brain, bro.
That's not an easy guy.
You might not be able to compete with him.
You're
man.
not chilling with a
The
normal
level
guy.
of
man.
manipulation he's playing on, bro.
Mm.
Because it
Brainiac,
won't be a
bro.
level playing
You
field.
might bore that chick.
Yeah, just
Just
leave it
release
alone,
it.
bro. You're not a type, man. You're not a type.
Sido, we should catch a rugby match. Love you, man. No homo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. For sure. It's a bit tough with the schedule of shooting now
Yes.
because I was supposed to be at rugby today, but
Who's playing today? I had the
Pirates is
Cubs
playing.
lost yesterday.
yeah, Cubs lost. I was late for that. But yeah, man. If it's like a Friday game, I'll be down. Yeah.
Life might be tough right now via Jobo, but at least I'm not turning 30 anytime soon.
Easy.
You guys are so rude.
You will reach.
You're
You
so
will
incredibly rude, but
You'll be
okay.
proud how quickly time moves.
Do you
And
know?
Also how similar you feel
Yeah.
at 30 versus like now.
Mind you, no one here is 30, but okay.
Yeah.
No one here is
The
turning 30
occasional
this
back
year.
pain, but you'll be calm.
Okay. Why don't we have programs in schools to promote and teach Pan-Africanism and ways of preserving our culture? So many Gen Zs can't even speak their native languages, and English has become a measure of intelligence.
It has been
I
a
agree.
measure of intelligence.
You're
since-
cooking.
Since the colonial times or post-colonial times, like really.
Yeah.
You're cooking. We don't have an answer to that.
We agree.
Man. But in a good
Why
world,
don't we, bro?
Yeah.
Like, we need to talk to the people who are in charge of that type of stuff. But yeah, I guess maybe, and I think it's just a lack of focus from the people in charge, bro. A lack of prioritization.
They try to do it in other ways, but even the ways they do it is it's not as effective. So
It starts with what they teach the teachers to value at the teaching colleges, because whatever that they teach the teachers is what they bring to the schools to now also
Basically,
make the kiddos.
it's the curriculum.
Yeah, not just the curriculum.
The teacher's curricula.
Yes, they are training, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
This is a follow-up to, do you remember the guy who was asking if he should move to Australia with his babe?
Yes.
Someone gave their input. Australia is a lovely place, but I would not advise the married couple to go there. You are both and start from scratch.
Okay.
You also have to be very open-minded to the jobs that will bring in money.
Okay.
Brackets, don't do anything illegal. If the option of working with a multinational company is available, then by all means relocate. But I think they're against it. They're like,
Yeah.
it might be a little
careful.
bit
Don't
too
think you're
much
going there for things to become sweet.
for greener pastures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've also seen. Is the sub done?
yeah.
Okay. I've seen. I was making research about like people who work outside versus the money they make. Yeah. And people need to understand that outside there, the jobs we do here pay. A lot of the sweet money is in the blue collar jobs, bro. And I'm not meaning like construction work, but like you see those guys who do like high pressure cleaning,
Bro.
rooftop
I saw some chick
cleaning,
who does about underwater welding.
some jazz like that. Those guys make bag, eh?
Yeah.
And it's like, fine, you want to work in an office, but if you're there for the dime and you want to come back, you have to be willing to do certain
No, but
jobs.
you know, this
bro.
guy wanted to relocate with his babe and like move there permanently.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I saw a guy who. So there is this page I follow on Instagram that does a lot of like them job type things, and then this guy who does gutter cleaning. So you know, like those gutters that be on the side of your roof, blah 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 blah. That's what he does, and that guy rakes in, what was it, like 250K, yeah? Crazy. But you're just cleaning gutters.
Gross.
So you
Before
get-
taxes, eh?
I think.
don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. But it's 250K, like the revenue of the business.
That's a
So
B.
was it the revenue of his business or his salary, something like that? Yeah, I think it was his salary because the revenue of the business. That's a bit little.
That's a bit.
But yeah. That's a lot of money. But you better be willing to climb on those roofs and clean the gutters, man. So yeah.
Yo, this week I watched a bunch of TikToks where Bebe Cool and also Sudil, they were saying almost the same thing, and they're talking about people in Uganda. People say that life is hard and they're not making enough money. So, and once they fly outside Uganda, they start saying that they're making enough money or a lot of money, and they are leaving out one important part in this whole thing. That out there they're doing more than one jobs.
Yeah.
Many times, yeah.
And here they are
Yeah.
chilling. They're only doing a 9 to 5. They're not proceeding from like 5 to
Yeah.
beyond. So it's like that's a wrong thing to say to the people who are still here,
Yeah,
lying to
man.
them that it's there's enough money there
That's
and they are doing
sweet.
more than one job.
Back to our point, the labor union needs to strike again. We need a second
In
labor
Uganda.
day, man. We
Anyway,
need a-
bro, engagement party. Kuhindra/Kwanjula. Wedding, honeymoon, baby shower, gender reveal party. All this on top of birthdays and Valentine's. Dating a chick who is big on celebrations is expensive. Then after 2 years of marriage, you all break up. Bro.
Let guys vibe. Let guys vibe, bro. If you don't participate, sit on the sidelines. But don't hate, bro.
Yeah. Don't hate from outside of the club.
Don't hate.
yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I feel you, man. It is expensive.
It
We're
is
living in a
so expensive,
capitalistic
bro.
society, bro.
I
But
won't
you
lie.
can choose for it not to be. You can do your simple things with your simple hand, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hand for everyone.
I saw
There's
Exactly.
a man for every hand as well.
True.
I saw
There is a man for every hand.
I saw this IMO opinion, this IMO pod clip with Bien talking about how he had 13 people at his wedding, and everyone who came for his wedding had been to their house for dinner, and his parents found out about the wedding the week of the wedding, and yeah, they just invited them over on a Sato. Yeah, they had their wedding, and that was that. And they vibed out.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you're saying you don't have to be.
Not mad at
And
it
this
at
is
all.
someone with a bag as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he could have had a
yeah.
bigger wedding.
That's something I also want. That's something I'm down with.
13
See?
people.
Not
There's a-
13, I'm thinking of like
50.
50.
But that balance
50
is going
total,
on
like
there.
50 of both, like total is 50 from both sides.
50 is a good
Friends
number.
and family.
50 is a very good number.
Yeah?
You're saying that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want the guy to save money on a wedding.
No, for me, it's
But
not even about
remember-
saving money.
Remember, he
For
has
me,
already spent his 2 year salary on your ring.
2 years salary. I thought it was 3 months.
Let's imagine 2 year salary. We
She said,
proceed.
like, yeah.
So there is no way he's saving. Or maybe like you want to make something very simple. Obviously, simple means cheap, yeah. But that balance is being spent on something else.
Yes, no,
Understand?
because I think to me, for instance, I'd rather have a nice ring than have a big wedding. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's wait. Does
What about
simple
the
mean
dress?
cheap?
And let me also tell you something about a dress. I'm very okay with hiring a dress.
You're
I
cooking.
don't see the point.
Can be simple in the
buying.
Maldives.
I don't see the point of buying a dress for 5K that I'm going to wear once and that is stuffy and
You
uncomfortable.
guys do that for brunch though.
Do I buy a dress of 5K for brunch?
Okay, not 5K, but
Secondly, do you think I wear it once?
like,
You're mad.
Your closet is.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just cut this carpet.
No, but even for like brunch clothes and whatnot, if I wear it for brunch, next time I wear it for dinner with my friends. Next time, you get. I don't see the point of
I
buying.
can wear it for brunch, I can wear it for breakfast and for lunch.
Exactly.
See
And
this shirt
dinner.
I got Kubeta and dye. It's now orange.
Exactly. But I don't see the point of. I feel like there are things worth the money
Yeah.
where I'd go crazy
The
happily.
ring.
Yeah.
Things like that. I do not think it's worth it to spend billions of shillings on a wedding.
Yeah.
Let alone the fact that I last saw you when I was 12.
And
Why are
you're
you
here.
at my wedding? For what?
Clapping for me.
You get, like, it's useless to me. It's pointless. You'd rather spend money on your trip, on your honeymoon, than spend on the wedding.
Yeah.
So those are the guests your parents invite. They may
Even
not,
no, even
they may
how
not
we've come
be
to an
active in your
agreement.
real life,
Those ones you
but
can talk to
they're
them.
active
No,
in
no,
theirs.
even how we've come to an agreement. She also only wants the people who are active in her life.
Yeah. You can talk to those ones.
We've come to an agreement.
It's on your partner to also talk to them.
Yeah, to talk
because
to
you're not
these
going
people.
to talk to them.
So maybe I'm speaking for only my traditional functions. I don't know about the why. So let's end on a dilemma.
Yeah.
Part 1. So there's a girl I've been talking to for maybe 2 to 3 months now. I got to know her through a mutual friend. So maybe a month back, I told her that I want to go to New Zealand to watch the Springboks versus All Blacks.
What, World Cup final? Yeah.
I asked her if she would want to come. Now, she's not a rugby fan, but she likes to travel. Part 2. I like her. I'm not sure if she likes me too. I'm too scared to shoot and kill a very good friendship. Because I kind of like the idea of being in the friend zone right now. You know, the right person, wrong timing thing. Guys, she's bad. But I still have shit to fix before I commit to a serious relationship. Part 3. So now we are going to Auckland in September as friends. Do you all think it's a smart idea to risk this friendship and give it a try?
So this is not in the past. I thought it was meaning they went.
Current.
So this
September
is
this year.
This is the September game. Interesting.
Yes, bro. I think it's worth it to risk, bro. I think it's worth it to risk a friendship. If she's coming to Auckland with you, I'm not certain she wants to just be friends with you either, bro. It's just the two of you going.
Are you high?
Not certain.
Melvin, have you just met chicks? How many things do we talk about? You think she just doesn't want to go for that trip? Are you high?
About that trip.
Auckland is a beautiful city.
Yeah, nah. Melvin.
Let me cook. Then you can go. Chika said, shut up, you're just nonsense.
Banange, Melvin.
I don't know, bro. Me, I'm on your side, bro. I think go with her on that trip. I think if you're skeptical about whether she likes you or not, maybe bring it up. If you truly stand on the fact that you don't mind being in a friend zone, then it makes no difference if she doesn't like you or not, bro.
Question.
Like, you rather bring it up. She tells you you're in a friend zone or you're not in a friend zone.
Question.
You can only go up from here, bro.
Question for you.
Yeah.
When do you bring it up? On the trip? Before the trip? After the trip? All of them have pros and cons.
That trip is in September, bro.
Yeah.
Bring it up now.
But the thing is,
yeah.
if you bring it up now,
You bring it up now and
will
then you
still
cancel that
go
trip.
for the trip.
Has the trip been paid for? Or they've
You
just
don't know
agreed?
that. But even if you have agreed,
Broke boy POV.
Question. If I ask her
Broke boy POV.
broke boy POV, if I ask the chick, if I tell her I like her and she didn't like me back, right?
Do you cancel? Do you uninvite?
Let's say I can't cancel. I can't
It has already
cancel.
been paid.
Everything's done.
Expedia, what, yeah.
Don't you think that between now and September is enough time for you to get over it?
And get
And still
another
go to that
hand.
trip? No. Still go on that trip.
The dog in me had come out.
Because also, wait, if I've booked everything, have I used your passport?
Probably.
Maybe for the ticket?
And tickets. And visas.
I can take another hand.
But you've already gotten a visa.
Brother, if this chick has made things awkward,
I know you've already spent the visa
go
dime.
to Silo.
I can forgive you, bro. Those months ago.
And we go
By
as boys.
September, we'll be bad days. We'll go as boys, man. You'll be my wing woman. And you're bad.
Guys, back to my broke boy POV.
Yes.
I don't know whether guys are actually just throwing money around like that, taking people on trips like that. Honestly, if he's doing it just not because he wants her as a friend,
Yeah.
and he's doing that, that's a lot of dimes. Unless when they're actually
It is.
currently living
You're
in
right.
New Zealand.
Auckland is expensive.
Especially if it's a
as
guy
hell
who's
to
on
go
this
to.
jazz of,
You're
man,
right.
I'm not yet where I need to be, what.
You say
Why you spend?
I
But
don't
here's
think,
the thing,
no,
I don't think he
I
meant
don't
that
think he
as a
meant that
money thing.
financially.
Yeah.
How did he mean it?
He said, I'm not in a
Who I
place
want to be, to be in a relationship.
That's what he said.
I hate that.
Human
guy,
pen is
bro.
still for the streets.
Yeah.
Maybe
My
then.
guy is outside.
Maybe then. So then, why is he wasting our time? But
No,
go
no,
that
no,
you on a trip.
Yeah.
Go that you
Fair
on a
enough,
trip.
fair enough.
And okay, for me on one part, I feel like have the conversation now, because when you have it those ends, she'll feel cornered.
True. Yeah.
Like you brought me here with the intention of do or die.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Have it at the hotel room door.
on the you're
Before she enters with a suitcase.
Okay, I feel you. Nah, you're just my body. You sleep out.
You're just my friend, so.
But then on the other hand, unless because this is gonna help you draw boundaries and know where you both stand. Because for the most part, if a guy is flying you out, a guy with whom you've not established boundaries to know this is who we are and this is not what we're not.
Yes.
There is always an assumption of this guy wants something from me.
Yes.
And sometimes when you know that they want something from you and you have no intention of giving it to him, you're there on chances and prayer and saying, man, I don't know I'm going to dodge, but I'm going to dodge, I'm going to try and say no, stuff like that.
That's true. Do you know those intentions by like the third lunch?
That's what.
Like we've been going for lunch. Would you know that this is what I want?
If this guy
If
tells
even
you,
me, I'm unsure. I'm unsure.
Now, unsure.
Now
Unsure. Yeah.
I-
Would you know
that what?
that these are my intentions?
That if a guy says, I'd want, like, what are you doing September
like,
the
hey, man,
17th?
yeah.
Like, nothing that I know of why.
You don't come with to Auckland.
Do you want- do you wanna come with me to-
To Auckland.
Okay,
This is
okay,
not
like let's
Diani.
say, let's say, do you want to come with me to watch the Grand Prix in like Dubai for like the next 1 week? Do you want to go to Dubai for the next 1 week? Shall watch
This
Grand
is a
Prix?
thing I like.
This is the thing I like, but you wanting to take me,
Yes.
who does not know? They've just said that baby didn't know anything about rugby. Really
Yes,
want me
babe
there.
knows.
I think there are many different like opportunities to like for this thing to come up because. So what's the sleeping arrangement for booking the room?
Yeah, exactly.
Are we staying in the same room? If she's aware that you're staying in the same room, if she didn't bring it up like you.
And by the way, I need you to know. I need you to know, by the way, about chicks. If you think a chick is Zumbo, man, she must like maybe kind of like you 0%. They'll go just for the trip.
Yeah.
They know you like them. They're very I can know you like me. I'm very uninterested in you.
I was gonna
But
say
I'm
that.
very interested in that trip.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll go with all intentions
Yeah.
of being dry. When I reach there, I'll be like,
Here's the thing.
So reckless, bro.
it's so
Women
reckless.
these
It's
chicks
so
be the
reckless.
bravest chicks.
Let me tell you
babes
this.
be jazzing for guys.
It's
About
hella
how we
risky.
be fighting
And it's
gorillas.
also
But your
very-
babes are risky.
You guys, it's so risky. For me, that's something. That's when I draw the line. I fear it.
Also,
I can't
think
do
it's
it.
very manipulative, bro. Like
Who is
that's
manipulating
That's what they
who?
call super leading a guy on.
Who is manipulating who?
I think she's manipulating him.
And he's not.
Not really.
The guy who is hoping to reach there and tell you I like you when it's two of us in Australia. Are you
no,
serious?
he
The
didn't say
guy
that.
was written into the show
Uh-huh.
to ask us for advice. Honestly, I think this guy's intentions are pure.
Yeah, like, he's not
like,
waiting for the
careful
thing.
about not being like offensive to this chick. He's not trying to force anything on her. Like I think him is being careful because we know the backstory. We know his backstory.
Yeah.
So
Me,
I
I'll
think-
say this to him. Chick already knows there is some. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
She knows there is something.
Yeah.
It's up to you now.
You reach there and you say, oh my God, but I have a boyfriend.
I can't go and punch the pillow, bro. Damn, bro.
I can get.
That would be so messed up. Anyway,
She definitely knows because let me tell you, the one thing babes aren't is dumb.
yeah.
She knows,
know,
bro.
bro. I know.
She knows. I would say in my opinion, bring it up before. Way before, not in August. Yeah?
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Bring it up now.
Yeah.
In May.
Bring it up. That's my opinion. If it doesn't work, don't come back and say, man, these MJP guys.
Bring it up now because also, inshallah, you're a good person and you're not creepy and you won't do things that are wicked and illegal. Don't put her in a situation of feeling trapped that side.
Yeah.
Say it now. Get everything on the table. If you guys are able to go as friends, fantastic. But put everything on the table now. Don't reach there and she tells you, but I see you as a brother.
Also, what does going as friends mean? Because
Yeah.
I would that
You've just
implies
said you
that
would have forgiven and by September you go on a
yes,
trip.
but then I feel like
Going as
so if
friends
we
means
establish that we're going
it's
as
time
friends,
for pay your
let's
bill.
Split some things, bro. Like pay for something.
Don't
bro.
book everything yet.
Okay, so we're going as friends. So me, I had booked one room. Pay for your room.
No, if she, mind you, this wasn't her idea.
I know.
She has no interest in rugby.
Perfect.
If she didn't have the finances to do so,
He's
Cancel
paying
that
the air ticket.
it's you who wants to hang
Cancel
with
that
her.
ticket.
It's you who wants to hang
So
with
me,
her.
I can't even tell her, bruh, the ticket is already paid for, but I'd only booked one room. So you might have to book a room. Then we're going here and here and here and here. So you might have to budget for that. And we can go as friends. Because me, I'm also
Booking one
going to
room
go
is
there.
crazy, bro.
What is
Are
it?
you
Auckland?
married?
That's the thing.
that's fine.
That's why he needs to bring
Person
this
is
up
not
now.
your girlfriend and you're
Yeah.
That's
both
why
in
he
one
needs to
room.
bring it
That's-
up
that's why
now.
it needs to be
Cannot
because
be in one room,
I would
bro.
assume, first of all, New Zealand, South Africa,
Yeah.
big game. Auckland is going to be full.
Picture me in the stadium surrounded by South African chicks. And the chick who doesn't like me by my side.
I can leave you in the hotel room,
Clarify
bro.
some things for me, bro. Clarify some things for me before I go there.
I
man.
need my room available.
No,
South
no,
African
no,
buddies,
no,
bro.
no, no.
Let me tell you, here's the thing. Me, if I went, South African buddies, this is going to sound a bit somehow, but New Zealand guys, like we're just going to talk about rugby. I might not have time for you. I decided to be sound.
Yeah, but nah, bro. Clarify for your own good.
Clarify everything by
as
the
soon
next
as
pod.
possible,
We expect your
so that-
submission on Friday.
Yeah, send us what happens.
So that
Okay.
you tell us,
You have 7 days to confirm.
and let me
if
not
shit
lie.
likes you, bro.
One of us can go for a trip, man. If the
I'm
chicas jam.
dying. Take
I'm
your
big
favorite
guy, man.
podcaster.
Anyway, I would suggest him though.
Okay, let's end on a high note. You guys are doing a great job. I listen to you at work and block out everything else. And surprisingly, I get into a little bubble where I'm focused and laughing and agreeing and disagreeing with all these opinions while I get work done.
Lovely,
Nice, man.
lovely.
Let me tell you the one thing I appreciate about all of you. You will agree and disagree.
Yeah,
That's it.
and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Okay, plans for the weekend before we close this one.
I'm leaving here to go for a walk, go home, take a nap, and then study. I have exams.
Nice.
I might want to watch Thunderbolts. I'll see how I'm feeling.
I saw that ad. I saw that ad.
Yeah.
Ah.
Either Thunderbolts or the Accountant too. One of the two. I didn't carry. Do you have 3D glasses?
The accountant is already on good.
Oh.
Literally, bro. Literally, bro.
We no longer use that here. We leveled up. Yeah.
You're going today?
I might. I'm
At what
debating.
time?
I'm debating. I don't even know, but I know there's a 7 p.m. thing. So if it isn't 5, it's 7. One
I
of the
think
two.
if I'm done
You
with
need us
working,
opportunity
I
to
may
do that
also
on
watch
camera,
it.
bro. You're rushing. Why are you rushing?
Why are you rushing?
Rushing. Hungry. Why are you hungry?
Guys,
Mulife, don't run.
that's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, wait. My weekend plans.
Oh, yeah.
After here, I'm going to link up with one of the homies. We're going to watch Five-A-Side Ballo, man.
Where?
I think like, I want to say Makindi.
That sounds
I
hard.
want to say Makindi.
Sounds hard.
It's
I
going
won't
to be,
lie.
I think, just a night of homies, bro.
That sounds hard. I know there's like a community tournament happening, so maybe
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah,
So that's the one. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm linking up with our mutual friend. Boss, you're going to link up with us also for lunch.
I can't believe this plan has become a plan for the two of
It's
you.
one- I'm linking up with one of my friends.
This was supposed to be a plan for the three of us.
Yeah, so you'll join us.
I told them Sunday there's a thing I can't get out of, a work thing.
Yeah.
They said, okay, if you can join us, you'll join us. This was a 3-people plan.
Is that what we said?
That's what you said.
That's how you heard it. We said, bro, we're going to link up and you'll join us after your thing.
Interpretation.
Yeah. Anyway, those are my plans. I'm going to the place that I've been seeing the food from. That's the only one that's hurting me that you're not going to be there.
Where I left.
Yeah, because I want to order like 3 meals would have been ideal to order. So we order yours and then wait for you.
I don't know, because I don't know how long that thing will take.
when you touch, you'll find out and
Yeah.
you'll let us know.
Yeah.
Because we're linking up after you've already touched your thing.
Yeah.
So you'll tell us.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, besides that, Windek, what are your plans?
Today I'm going to try to do all the work so that I'm free on Sunday. Cause
Guys, we're getting this pod Saturday night.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
the whole of Sunday I'm gonna be gaming. Those guys who are having a PS5 or something, you can add me or I can add you. You can hit me up in the comments.
Oh, nice. Can your PSN link?
So yeah,
I love that.
I'll be doing on Sunday.
There's an excitement that comes with gaming that people don't understand, but I get you.
It's like I've always been in a closet. I haven't been like playing that online thing. Like
Pause that in
I
a
just had
closet.
it.
Yeah,
there
I was also going to
collecting
say,
dust.
Pause that
closet.
in a closet, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You aren't exposed to
I won't lie.
gaming world.
I know what you're feeling because it happened when I started playing GTA Online. So, yeah, that's... might not leave home, man.
Also, why is it hard to pay for games in Uganda?
You're paying for games.
Yeah, I literally had
Like
to
you have
use
the
my
disc
mom's
version or the-
credit card to buy games.
Where are you buying
let
them
guys put you on.
From Sony, the actual thing.
Let guys put
it's
you
not
on
cheap.
onto how to get games, bro.
It's simple.
Let guys advise you on how to get.
Okay, yeah, because do you have the...
in the comments.
Yeah.
No, hacks. Actually, when you're using the cracked one or the hacked one, you won't be able to play online.
Yeah, the online thing. Yeah, that one I know. Do you have a disc version or a digital version?
I have a digital one.
I'll judge you after.
Okay. Yeah, man. So this was fun. Wonderful pod as always. Please remember to
Like,
share, follow, subscribe.
Yes.
tap the bell.
Yeah.
And tap the
My
notification bell.
Patreon.
Subscribe.
Add us on Patreon. The
Yes.
Patreon link is here on the YouTube. It's also available on our Instagram. It's available on our TikTok. Everywhere you go, we have our Patreon link.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor us, DM.
Yeah.
And don't forget to hug your dad, peck your mom. Peck. I realize some guys feel away about kissing, but peck your mom. Check on your boys. Text your babe. And man, tell your babe that you like her, bro.
Yeah.
Whether she's your babe yet or not. Tell her that
Tell
you
her
like
you
her
like her, man.
swiftly.
Yeah.
So that when you're surrounded by South African babes, you can move freely or move cautiously.
Cautiously. Because let me tell you, one thing you will do is move.
And babes,
Yeah.
don't go to foreign countries with guys
With
who
men
you're
you
not
don't
certain
like.
about, man.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go,
keep your passport.
and figure out the travel plans, bro. Figure out the itinerary.
Have a
figure out-
contingency.
yes.
Yeah.
Are we in one room?
I learned this from one of one of these chicks who deals with a lot of rappers. Make sure the room is booked in your name, bro. Make sure the ticket is booked in your name. If he's paying, make sure all the things he's paying for are booked in your name.
That's smart.
Because guys will kick you out of a hotel room, bro.
Make sure you have enough for a one-way ticket home.
Yes.
You know what's
That
crazy?
too.
Make sure the return ticket is in your name, bro.
That
Yeah.
too.
It's like now you're telling
And
this
send to you.
guy to be careful. Like now he's going to book everything in his name.
Just first talk to
Don't
her.
be a
Just
bad
first
guy.
talk to her.
Don't be a
Don't
bad.
And we're expecting you
Because the
back.
chick
We're
is not
expecting to
listening
hear
to
from you
that
back
boy.
next week.
You are
promptly.
homie.
Yeah.
It us back
Actually, yeah.
promptly next week.
Give us like a weekly update till September.
Also, bro,
Then October.
tell
you
me what
judge
you
us.
mean by you don't feel ready. Because we're a bit torn. Me, I think it's a money thing. These guys think it's a...
I promise you,
I think it's an
Melvin. I
emotional
promise
thing.
you, Melvin.
Yeah.
Someone that thinks they're not financially ready for a relationship
Auckland.
is not taking a babe to Auckland
You do
in
not know- you
September.
don't know how men's brains are.
To Auckland.
I
Yeah.
guarantee you don't know what men's brains are.
But I'm
a
a man,
guy
I'm telling
can
you.
be in
Auckland.
the worst financial position, but if he is in love, and if he thinks this is something that the chick is going to like, and that they can do together, an experience they can have together, that guy will find the money and do something extravagant.
Agree.
Mind you,
in
she has no interest in rugby.
That's
she
my
likes
point.
traveling. Take her
As
to
you can see, bro,
Zanzibar.
your topic is still a hot topic.
Not
Yeah.
even.
Let's
in
pick it
love.
up from here.
A guy can do anything.
To smash,
Not to smash. Okay,
Hey,
smashing
yo.
can also be an extra benefit.
Not anything.
to touch.
The thing he wants. You know,
To get what he
haven't you
wants.
guys met bros like friends of ours who are like living in an empty house and they are having a bigger screen with a PS5?
Yeah.
And nigga, he's having fun. He's
Happy.
kawa with that.
Yeah.
So if this guy feels like he wants to take that chick there, he doesn't need to first collect a bunch of like Benjis in his account for him to do
He
that.
knows the budget. He knows he needs 4K. He has until September to collect
Agreed.
that 4K.
And also he likes
Agreed.
the rugby.
Agreed.
It's the rugby. You guys are only looking at it from the point that over he's going to get a chick, where he's going to go
No.
with that chick he wants.
My
But
point
also
is, by the way,
rugby the game.
my point is, hear me out, yeah? And I will close this. My point is, I agree with everything you're saying because I'm also a guy. I'll do anything, but I'm going for rugby that I like, not what the babe likes.
If it were me, I
like
I'd
it.
watch it in South Africa. If it were me personally, me, I'd go to South Africa, not Auckland. It's closer, it's cheaper,
I would do both.
looks better.
I would do both. You don't know. You don't know that.
Hi, man. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, we will see you soon. Africa must unite.
Bye.
Peace.